Alright, welcome in Adam, Snowy, Billy Goat, Sean. How's it going, guys? We got Adam with the first like. Snowy says, for once I'm early. Usually 2 hours late. Adam says, me too, that's funny. Mr. Sawyer, Soren, Ged. Welcome in, guys. You're not feeling very well in school today, that's not good. You think you're catching something going around or what? Sean's doing good, that's good. Smorin, how are you doing? Finally here from the beginning. Yeah, you were here a couple minutes early. I'm actually early today too. I'm usually a couple minutes late. I thought about doing this all in one trip, but I don't think it's probably worth it. I'm going a different route than what I came up here with as well. I don't know if this one's going to be more harsh getting down to the river, but I think the river crossing should be easier this time than it was with the other one. The other one was kind of tough. So if this works out, we'll come right back the same way. I think I could go left or right once I get across the river, and I think I'm going to go to the right, because if I go right I can go get fuel. If I go left I can go to the other map, which I don't really have any kind of fuel close by, so for me it's I mean, I'm pretty close to being, I guess, I used all the truck bed fuel, and I used, well, I think the top fuel is actually full. So I think I have about 200 liters, like 60 or so in the roof rack, and then 140 in the truck, but Mr. Biggie, welcome in. Can't say, just want to stop in real quick and say hi. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Mr. Bugrick, welcome in. Snowy says you're brave to do this on hard mode on this region. It's honestly so much driving. Yeah, it's gonna be even more ridiculous with scouts, because like this, if this was a normal truck, like 4 slots, that's not bad. You know, I would, if I had a 5-slot trailer on a normal, like a truck with a sideboard, I'd probably take one metal beam and throw it up over the top of my truck and clamp down on it, and I'd probably have like a metal roll attached to it, which would be, you know, 3 slots, and then I'd probably put 5 slots in the trailer. So I'd be able to carry all 8 instead of this time, you know, just the 4. Shoot, I kind of wanted to turn there, didn't I? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Billy Goat says I'm usually here at the end as well. As far as I can tell, it's similar to every region. Open up the roads and it's much easier, yeah. That's kind of the method, or the meta, isn't it? Fix the bridges, clear the rock blockages, clear the tree blockages, rock slides, anything that's sort of hindering you. Once you get all that stuff up, and then obviously warehouses as well, because, you know, if you have a closer warehouse, that's just going to make things easier. Once you do that, get all the bridges and blockages fixed, and then get the warehouses open. Most of the regions are fairly easy after that. I'm going to actually unpack this. Try and move a little bit quicker. Basically just hoping that this path is a little bit better than the other path over there, crossing this muddy river water section here. What missions to fix the bridge with the destroyed trains? I don't know if I've even found destroyed trains, Bugrick. Do you know which map it's on? Oh, actually, yeah, the one right at the start. I don't know, I haven't got that far. Usually I play a bunch of it on public test server, but this time my computer was down, Bugrick, and so the only missions I got done were just unlocking the trucks. I literally only did 3 missions the entire PTS this time around. So I'm pretty much a newbie, just like all of you guys this time. So I'm not even sure. I assume it's in the contract somewhere. But I don't, because it doesn't, normally it won't say like, you know, rock blockage cleared or something. Like normally there's a task there. And so that's how you know you can get to it. You think Nate has a Word doc in his Discord? I did see him post it on his stream. I don't know if that was how to get that certain path unlocked, but that's how Nate said he would go about going into the new season. So I'm assuming it's pretty much clear blockages and open warehouses, and that's like his best order of doing things. So probably, if that's not it, it's probably pretty close to it. But he had about 10 things listed on there for how he would start Season 16. Mr. X, welcome in. Alright, let's get this packed quickly, just so it's back centered for a little bit when we go over these rocks. Oh, that is not working out at all. That could almost be like a bridge. Back that thing up a little bit more and have it be a bridge. Okay, I'm gonna unpack it, I guess. I wanted to pack it so it'd be not falling off. Oh my god, there's a huge rock in front of us. That's probably why. Oh goodness. Alright, let's see if we can get a better grip on something like this. Have your dino games gotten any updates lately, Mr. Rex? Tonight I'll be poking around in the new region. Also, I don't know if I said welcome in to you, Mr. Rex, so welcome in. Maybe it's just really deep on this side. I've never gone to the left, I've always gone right, but I guess the left was the only tree I could attach there, so let's try and back up here, I guess. See if we can switch it around and go the other way. I think this spot might just be very deep. I did say hi. I forget if I did or not. I'm so bad. And also, I guess if we go to the right, we can dodge this big old rock. Oh, that's not good. I'll have to flip over. There we go. Didn't you say they were EA and you were waiting for updates from to stream more? Yeah, EA being early access. There we go. Adam, yeah, I was gonna wait for an update, but I have decided just to wait for the full game. Oh, okay. Was gonna wait for an update, gotcha. Wait, where was that at? Oh, the trailer. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad area to come through. I don't know if there's a good area on this part, to be honest, because the other spot sucked as well. I think this river crossing, no matter which way you do it, just sucks. At least with scout trucks. Let's try further back. Which is, I was thinking about playing Jurassic World Evolution 2, build some more on the park. But I want to do some SnowRunner. Yeah, it's still new, fresh. Probably a lot of people are looking for it still. Obviously, the earlier the better. Get out of here. There we go. Another big old rock under me. I think I got stuck again. Alright. Alright, we'll try and pack it again. There we go. Adam says, good call, playing what you're itching. Sounds like a funny way of saying it, but yeah. It is a good call. Because if you have the itch to play something, I think you should play it. I'm pretty sure we've all been in the boat where we've played a game where we weren't really super excited to play it. And as you're playing it, you're like, kind of thinking, man, I kind of wish I would have played X game, you know? So, I know people really want me to have like a set schedule as to like which games I'll play on which day, like you have, Rex. But some days I wake up and I don't want to play that game. So I just play whatever I feel like playing that day. Okay, I was just about to check, I don't know what's going on. It says I lost connection to chat, and then it reconnected, and then it lost connection again, and reconnected, and then obviously the video, the stream cut out as well. Oops, not the truck bed. Last time I played Roadcraft on Monday, I was so bored. No boring streams here. Wait, so no more boring streams here. If that makes sense. Yeah, Mondays are my itch. The itch day meaning play what I feel like. And today I feel like playing SnowRunner. I was just about to check and see if my internet cut out. And then it came back, so... I think I might actually run out of fuel before we get back. The road's not too far away, but I think it's probably just about the distance where we'll be like right on zero fuel. It kind of reminds me, just last week when we were playing Season 6, we had a time when we ran all the way out to 1 liter of fuel. We pulled into the fuel station and the truck was stuttering. Like, we probably would have ran out like to zero fuel if we would have gone all the way to the end of the, or even close to, the end of the little square where you can fuel up. That's a good point there, Bugrick. Sorry, I guess my chat disconnected again. I don't know. It probably doesn't make a difference for you guys. I guess if the chat's disconnected or not, as long as it comes back on, you wouldn't notice the difference. Rex says, JJ, I made 3 items on that merch store you sent me. Yeah, so far, Rex, I've only had 2 orders, but both of them were ordered and shipped out, like, instantly. One was ordered and got there 4 days later, and the other one was 5 days later. And mine, I lived the farthest from it, because it came from, well, I can check this again, but mine came from Texas. The other 2, I think, came from, like, South Carolina or something. So they must have multiple manufacturing facilities or whatever you want to call it. But mine took I ordered 2 things. One took 6 days, one was 7 days, and the other 2 orders were 4 and 5. So 4, 5, 6, and 7 have been the 4 orders so far. Again, 2 of them were mine, but yeah, it's pretty cool that they were, you know, ordered, made, and shipped all in, like, I don't know, for sure under 24 hours. But probably like 20 hours or something, maybe. Bugrick says you can disable all-wheel drive to save on some fuel, which is a good point. I think we'll have just enough, because once you get up this road, the highway's right there. You can kind of see it at the top. And then the fuel station's actually just off right there behind us. So we're really close. I wonder if there's a better way up there, actually. Maybe. Resk says Resk. I read Rex and desk at the same time. Made a mug, desk, pad, and for some reason I can't remember the third thing. Alright. Don't flip. Oop. I was trying to take a wide turn because I know I gotta go wide here. Honestly, watching you guys play Season 16 almost makes me want to run some more. Run some more in the snow. Or are you saying it's so ungodly slow that you gotta get outside and get some physical activity in? Oh, it was a t-shirt. Nice. Well, I'm struggling again. Yeah, I don't know if this path was worth it, but it probably was just because we go close to the fuel station. I think both ways are a big struggle. And so if it's one or the other, like neither one's really better. So this one, probably just because you're close by the fuel station, makes it a little bit better. Because the other one, if you came out, you'd have to backtrack to the fuel station and then go back again the other way to go through the tunnel. So I don't know. I think this is probably just a little bit better because the fuel station. Mr. iDrive, welcome in. Might try out Season 16. It's been pretty fun so far. Normally, like I said to Bugrick earlier, normally I play quite a lot through the season through PTS, like probably at least, I don't know, 20% or so, I would guess. But this one I only did 3 things total. I don't know what that comes out to, like maybe 2% or something. I suppose I could drag this truck with me as well. Alright, we'll top up. I can't quite remember where this truck has to go. Oh, I should have refueled from that truck. Oh no, it got stuck on the guardrail there, didn't it? That might be difficult to get out. Sorry, there's a lot of people. DK, welcome in. King Blaze, welcome in. Spoon, welcome in. Ah, we got it. I did not see your video. Well, I seen it pop up, Spoon, but I haven't watched it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, that new bridge, isn't it? I have acquired the plaid, and I'm trying to remember if I got the billet or not. Oh shoot, there's a roadblock here. Well, I guess I should have gone the other way. Unless, I don't think could we crawl over that? Maybe? Where does this truck have to get dropped off at? 1 second. What is this called? Backing out of a dead end. It's got to go down there. So yeah, this truck's got to keep going with us all the way down until about here. So where we turn off and go this way, Alright. I found it by mistake. I was stuck with the truck around the bridge and the winch, quick winch to the bridge. Yeah, that's funny. Let me see here. Did I get... Yeah, it looks like we got the plaid and the billet. Oh yeah, I did. Yep. Okay, so we got the billet here, and we got the plaid over here, and so we got to go get the Chimera still. But I'm pretty sure what we're doing right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess this is what I'm thinking, anyways. Is that we have to open up the sawmill, and then we can go to Sultan River Mountains. And I think there's a couple of houses. Maybe it's in this one. Oops, not this one. This one. There's like log frames, and I think we have to take these log frames maybe over to the sawmill here. And then that'll turn them into planks, and we can take the planks back over and probably fix this bridge. And then once we fix the bridge, we can then go through the gateway. Well, with this Ford here, which is basically out of fuel. It has 2%, but I think I have like 70 liters in the truck that I'm pulling. So it has enough to go through here and get through the gateway. Once we get through the gateway... Sorry, I keep changing maps. We'd be able to go down this main road and then cross the bridge that we just fixed, and then we have a fuel tank. So then we could keep moving on the Chimera mission, but right now we're kind of out of fuel and don't have the bridge to go across. This water path up here is really bad. I've tried it a couple of times, been successful a few, but also failed a few. The current's just really strong, it's deep, so I wouldn't recommend it. If you're coming from the garage, like down from down here, then it's kind of fine. You're going up through here, and this road's not bad. It's just I would have to detour all the way down till about here before I could cross. I think you can cross. Yeah, there's a road going across here. And then go all the way back up to get the fuel, and then all the way back down. It'd just be a lot of driving, so. How does the merch store work? Do you pay for it? No, so you like upload your own designs and customize everything iDrive, and then they just take a percentage of it. Well, it's not a percentage, I guess it's a set value. Some of the things I don't think you can actually change the prices on, because I've noticed like, oops. I've noticed like for some of this stuff, for example, like if you were to get a large size shirt compared to like a XXX, they just charge like $3 more. You don't even get a choice. Like if you could make it, say, I don't know, say it's like $30 for a large. I think I got myself stuck again. If you could make it like 30 bucks for a large, and then maybe 3X would still be 30. I can't reach that, really? Oh, okay. You could make them all the same, but for some reason right now, and I don't know, maybe I just did something wrong, but you pick like a value and then it just they just add value to bigger shirts, I guess? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I think we got it now. I should probably figure out what I need to clear this blockage and clear it like ASAP. Mr. Zing, welcome in. Sorry guys, I'm definitely falling behind on chat. RXY, welcome in as well. Spoon says log frames are one medium and one small. Oh really, that's it? Okay. So I guess we're doing a lot of work for nothing. Sounds like. Yeah, that's not even close to reaching. Zink says, how is everybody's weekend? City Flyer, I missed you up there as well. Welcome in. But Spoon says, yeah, it'd be good to know the bridge thing. I thought about making a video on that, Spoon. I drove a truck out there on PTS, and I was just so busy with not having a computer at the time and everything else, and never got around to making that video. Same with the roadcraft, like where the toy cars are. I had a video on that, or I had all the trucks ready, and I never recorded it. Again, I still could, but... Oh my gosh, we are super stuck. Is that tire? No. So is that tire on the other side? We're still good, sort of. How funny would it be if the cargo you need to fix this was 2 metal beams, and here I am trying to drive all the way around it. Here, let's see. What is it called? Western landslide. Oh god. Okay, good. I was about to be so mad if it was just 2 metal beams. That'd be awful. Cement and consumables, okay. Tangle dangle? Wrangle dangle? Thinking about unpacking it, but they're probably just going to slide off and make it a pain to clean back up. You didn't know, and you figure a lot of people didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it either. I kind of did the same thing you did, Spoon. I tried to drive across in the water because there's sort of a path there. Oh crap, I got the sign. The sign is what was stuck in the... Hang on. Before this gets out of control, let me switch trucks. And I drove up to one to see, like, if I could try to, like, knock it over or something. And the first one fell over, and I was like, oh, cool. So if I drive around to the other side, I can probably do the same thing and knock out the other one. But then I had a sort of a hunch. I was like, well, what if I try to, like, hit it with my crane or attach a winch to it or something? And then, yeah, when I tried, the winch pulled it right down, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, because I literally drove all the way around just before that. Spoon says to use the crane. That might not be a bad idea. I feel like it's probably just a little bit too far. I feel like it needs to be just slightly closer. Alright, hang on, let's put that back in. We got another road sign here. There we go, I think we got it. Jesus. Oh my god, that was awful. I gotta get this fixed. Do as I say, not as I do. If you drive on it, does it go down? Or you absolutely have to pull it? No, if you drive close to it, Spoon, it will fall down. Hello Zeb, welcome in as well. Yes, this is the Scouts only one, Matt. I spent 50 minutes on contract list and task to see how to do it. Glad I didn't finish the map yet. I can use this path now. Oh, the bridge path. Also, any more news on Year 5 or Season 16? I haven't heard anything, Matt, but I've also... I haven't... Like, this whole weekend, I only turned on my computer for about 5 minutes total. I turned it on once on... Was it Sunday? Yeah, I think it was Sunday. I had to get a password, and I had to send it to my email, which I don't have it logged into my phone. I had it on my computer, so I'm like, let me just turn it on quick. We're doing some, like, remodeling. Wait. In the house. And so there's, like, dust and stuff everywhere, so I had my computer covered with, like, a little... Well, not a little. It was, like, a big bag. I just threw over it so I wouldn't get a bunch of dust and, like, crap in there. So I just left it off pretty much the entire time. I just took the cover off once, hopped on, put it back on. So I haven't paid attention at all. I haven't done anything this weekend other than that. But hopefully you guys all had good weekends. So yeah, I haven't heard anything. Grumpy Old Studios, welcome in. Battle DK says, wait, what bridge is it? Sorry, I'll show you here, 1 second. It is this one right here. It looks like it's up from this view, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But I'm not sure if I did go there on this save or not. I guess I don't know. I hate getting a wheel stuck. I got a wheel stuck on a trailer in the map. It got stuck underground. What a nightmare. Oh my god, that reminds me of Season 8. When you're towing around those, towing around the farming trailers, and then they get stuck in the ground, and like, oh god, that was a nightmare. Yeah, Year 5 and Season 16 are out. He's just wondering if there's, I guess, more information, you know, maybe... I know, like, Nathan and Dave and some other people like to, or Vlad, like to dig into, like, you know, some engine power, or, you know, just random stats from the new season. Or if there's any, like, spoilers, like, from the skins or anything like that. I haven't been around at all. I actually haven't even looked at the new skins since they came out. I do have them now, but I haven't looked at them. Have you guys found anything interesting on the new vehicle skins? Yeah, kind of like file leaks or whatever you'd like to call them, yeah. Or even just like Easter eggs from, like I said, like the vehicle skins. Like, oh, this one might be, like for example, Austria in Season 14. Somebody found out that was the Austrian flag that was like a scarf around the guy, and then everyone's like, oh, okay, so... You know, it kind of makes sense that one's probably going to be in Austria. And they were right. So just kind of random stuff like that. They just said what the regions are called. I think I saw that on their release video. I want to unpack this again. Oh, am I stuck on that tree? Maybe. I think my, I think my trailer might have been stuck on that tree, but now that I turned more to the right, it might not be. I'm kind of surprised they said the names of the season. I thought they usually wait a little while to release those, but maybe not. Oh wait, you know what? I could probably steal some fuel out of here too. Stefanos, welcome in. Somehow I missed you as well. I'm doing terrible today. Missing everybody. Oh, you saw it on Discord? Okay, I watched all of the like promotional videos, I guess you could call them, trailers. One was for SnowRunner Season 16, and it actually had the Year 5 pass stuff in there, and that's where I saw it. And then I watched the one for Roadcraft. I don't think I watched the one for Expeditions, actually, because I don't really play that. Mr. Blaine, welcome in. Well, one of the skins has geysers on it. I don't know if that's a clue. Why not? Yeah, it's kind of tough to know, because some of the stuff that they do doesn't really relate to the skin, I guess, or like the region. Like, I thought for sure this season 16, would be in Greece, because it had the Greek gods on it, and it had hydropower. The hydropower was right, but the Greek gods was way off. Well, I guess one of the gods, or wait, I guess no, they kind of do tie in, I guess, because if it took water to turn it into electricity, so that's where the god of water and that kind of tied in. So I guess that makes sense. We just assumed it was Greece. You think the bumper got stuck on the rocks? That's what I think it was. I didn't notice it at first. Well, geysers would be interesting. I don't know where they would do that. I mean, I think the most famous one is in Yellowstone, but I don't know, maybe that's just the United States. Maybe there's famous ones around the world that I've never heard of. To be honest, I'll start looking or it start to all look the same when you hit a road. We Are Like This is the same part of the region in Austria, but different with buildings. Yeah, I mean, some of the maps look really similar. I know what you mean. Matt says the most famous one I know is in Iceland. What is it called, Matt? That'd be cool to go to Iceland. I only know of Old Faithful, which goes off at the same time every single day. I actually went there and saw it back in, what year was it? 2009. Right after I graduated high school. They call it geyser? Is that how you say it? Or is it pronounced geyser still, just with like a weird spelling? Or pronunciation, I should say, maybe. It's called Geyser. Iceland is awesome. I'm amazed they never did a map in Iceland. It's so perfect for SnowRunner. Yeah, all the rocky, like, cliffs and stuff would be pretty cool. And I know they have, like, a lot of volcanic activity out there. It's pronounced the same, okay. I didn't notice I unpacked those a while ago. They're starting to come loose again. There's also cacti on the same skin with the geysers. Oh, weird. So, I don't know. Again, that might not tie in. Let me unpack it again, Jesus. Can't even move. It might not all tie in, but it could be related somehow. You know, maybe there's a geyser closer to some place with a desert that, you know, maybe, I don't know, Africa, or I don't know, you know, a hotter, more temperate environment where they have cacti. Black sand and rock, massive waterfalls, geothermal energy, tons of off-roading, and snow. It's funny because, well, I can't remember how it goes. Greenland is mostly ice, and Iceland is mostly green, or something like that. Like, they call, you know, Iceland is called Iceland, but there's not really too much ice there. And then Greenland's called Greenland, but there's not really that much green. It's like covered in ice. They got the names mixed up. Matt, you're pretty well traveled. Have you ever been to Reykjavik? Yeah, Iceland's seasonal, for sure. Not there year round. Iceland in the winter is basically the same though. Okay. I think actually, isn't there a NFL game in Iceland this year? I'm pretty sure the Vikings, my local sports team, plays in Iceland. Or, yeah, I think it's Iceland. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it was Ireland? I can't remember where they play. I think it might be Ireland. I think they play in London and Ireland. I think it's Dublin. Does that sound right? For some reason I'm blanking on... Where is Dublin? Is that Ireland? I chalk that up to driving on a parkway and parking in a driveway. Yeah. That's so weird, isn't it? Dublin is Ireland, yes. Thank you, Bugrick. Dublin is the capital of Ireland, yes. That's what I thought. But for some reason I was having a brain fart and I couldn't think. Allow me to pack it. There we go. You should go see them. It's not too far from us. Yeah, I have a beautiful place. I drove around in Iceland. Bathed in the hot springs. of an extinct volcano. It was a memorable experience and I want to go back. Oh, sorry, I saw Rex said he was leaving a while ago. Where's that? Oh, gotta go and have a great stream. Hope to see you guys later tonight. Sorry, Mr. Rex. I know I was busy talking when that happened. Per usual. But yeah, I've never done any international travel. I've only been to Canada. But I think the United States is like the third or fourth largest country, I think in landmass, something like that. I've done quite a bit of travel around the United States, but nothing too much outside of that. I've never been to Mexico. I've been to the, like, close by the border, like a couple miles from the border of Mexico. But that's the closest I've been. Alright, phone call for Mr. Matt. That happens to me fairly often too, and I watch it on my phone and then I get a phone call and then I just disappear for like an hour. Like, oops, sorry, I had a phone call. You're missing 3 states: South Dakota, Alaska, and Hawaii. Nice. I'm trying to remember, I think South Dakota might have the longest... I think it's the longest straight road in America, or it might be the North America, I can't remember, something like that. But there's like a road that goes like 100 and something miles, and it's just like, you're straight and flat. I think it's South Dakota. It might be north. Wait, I missed my turn, didn't I? Dang it. I guess I'll turn up here, and we'll go down here. But yeah, my sister lives in Hawaii, and actually my two, I say best friends, but I put that in air quotes. I haven't talked to either of them in years. I don't really have any friends anymore, but I know four, this is going to sound really weird. 4 people that I went to school with, actually, I guess one of them moved back now, but 4 people I went to school with moved out there, and I think 3 of them still live there. And I only went to school with, like, my graduating class was like 200 and, it was under 210, I remember that. It's like between 203 and 210, or 209, I guess. I want to say it was like 206 or 207. But I know one of them lived in Alaska for a while, and then now he lives in Hawaii. I think I've been to 20 different states. Most of it is to the west of me. I've been a little bit east, but it was only in like the northeast. So I've been to Minnesota, which is where I live, obviously, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. That's my like westward adventure. All the rest of it's to the east, or sorry, eastward adventure. All the rest to the west. Blaine, you've only been to South Dakota and Wisconsin? I'm surprised it's not North Dakota from where you live. Bugrick says, I love traveling, been to 15 countries so far. That's pretty cool, Bugrick. I would love to do that. I think, well, most countries you can travel to, and people speak English pretty well, but I don't know any other languages, and I know a lot of Europeans, you guys know 2, 3, 4 languages, so it's a little easier to travel. Like, I know quite a bit of Germany speaks English, and I think, well, probably most European countries at least speak a little bit of English. So you can probably like travel there, but anything more than travel, you're probably screwed. Like you just, maybe a quarter or something would speak English. I'm not sure what the actual percentages are. But with me not knowing any other languages, I wouldn't get by very well. I'm taking a 4-state trip on Friday. Nice. That's cool. So New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and MA. Is that Massachusetts or is that Maine? Where is that? Massachusetts, okay. I mean, I knew it was up in that area, I just didn't know which one. That's cool. Yeah, I've never been anywhere out to the east. Like I said, Ohio's as far as I've been. I probably should have went to Michigan when I was there, just because it was fairly close. We almost went to Pittsburgh, so we would have went to Pennsylvania just to say that we've been there, but we didn't end up doing that. Bugrick says, yeah, but in Europe you basically speak English everywhere when you travel because here are so many different languages. Yeah. But I mean, if somebody doesn't understand English, you can probably fall back on like German or something. You know, like I feel like there's always like a common language between whether it's English or German or, you know, like I think Finland also speaks Norwegian or something like that. Like they kind of have. When the countries are so close, there's a lot of crossover as well. Mason D, welcome in. Been to Georgia. Georgia, the state, right? Because Mason, you're from the States. I did over 13,000 miles on train in the U.S. last year doing cross-country Canada in the spring. Wow, that's awesome. Grumpy Old Studios, was all of that Amtrak, or is there another company that you used? Or, well, I guess it could just be like tours. Just a lot of mile of tours. Wait, actually, no, I don't think I want to go this way, do I? No, I don't. Let's go back. Amtrak? Okay. Yeah, I thought about doing some Amtrak travel. I think that'd be pretty cool. Ah, really? My fuel tank? Hang on. Repair. Ouch, okay. That sucks, man. I haven't left from Greece yet. I'm not sure if you're talking IRL or not, Stefanos, because... Aren't you Canadian? Will be via rail in Canada. Are you going east to west, Grumpy? Well, I guess you'd probably go east to west and then back from west to east, right? Same tracks going back, probably. Unless you took like a scenic route, which would kind of go all over the place, going east to west, and then a direct route back or something. Mason says, I might have told you, or I might have told Het how you got the Tet stuck in the power poles. I got stuck in power poles. I am going both ways, but different routes in the Rockies. Nice. I'm jealous, dude. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right, Snowy. I was supposed to go and try and grab... those wood planks. The wood planks are what I'm actually after, but I thought I had to open the sawmill. Spoon says I don't have to. I got the Tuz stuck in some power lines. I don't remember this. I don't doubt it, but I don't remember doing that. Stefanos is wondering why we're using such a small truck to pull this trailer. Mr. Stefanos, this is our Scouts only hard mode, so we're only using Scout trucks. This is the only truck that can pull this trailer as for scout trucks. The burlak can attach bigger trailers, but it cannot attach to this trailer. By bigger trailers, I mean truck trailers. Oh, I never noticed this truck, I don't think. And the earth roamers can also attach the bigger truck trailers. They can change their hitches, both those three. Or all three of those three. But yeah, none of them can attach this trailer. Let's see, did I start this one before the way home? I think I did. I don't remember driving past though. Yeah, that's a long drive across. I mean, I guess I'll pull it. You have to unlock the whole map because the Tuz will drown otherwise. I was on PTS, I think. Oh yeah, I don't remember, but I don't doubt it. I'm sure I got stuck with the Tuz somewhere. Stefano says, I thought it was a normal playthrough. Nope, not this one. I decided not to play normal playthroughs anymore. It just takes too much time for me to play it on normal and then play it on hard. Oh my god, what the heck? And then play it on hard mode with my other playthrough, and then play it with this one as well. Like, it's just too much time. So I'm skipping the normal one, just going right into hard mode on the scouts, and then eventually we'll get here with the other one. The new HIB truck can be chased or classed as a scout because of the autonomous winch, the Chode Star. But then why do you unlock the Chimera? Maybe for money? Yeah, just for 100% completion. So I don't actually want the truck. I want to turn left here. I don't actually want the truck to use it. But yeah, we'll just sell it for money. I don't really need it for money either. We have 400,000 and we still have a lot of trucks we have to sell. I looked at the truck list last stream. I think it was last stream. We still have like an ANK from Alaska we never sold. We have like the Step in Tamir. We have now I'm kind of blanking on some trucks. I think we have the K700 we gotta sell out of Season 8. They're all just sitting in the garage. There's a whole bunch of them. I'll show you again. Let's see. Trucks. So we gotta sell the Mercer and the Elephant from 15. The ANK, the Step, the Dan, forgot about that one. The Warthog, the White Western Star, the International, the Voron from Season 11, the Taiga, Kirovitz, the Freightliner. Actually, I don't even have that one. It just shows up here. The Plaid Buddy, obviously, once we get all the upgrades. The Billert, yeah. I don't know what that was, like 10 maybe? And the body on it makes it just like an Earth Roamer. Yeah, it's got some... It is kind of just like a bigger Scout. It'd be pretty cool to use like the Billert, the Crocodile, or yeah, Crocodile, the Tatra 805. I'd probably include like the Kodiak. I mean, that's a single rear axle truck. I'm blank. Oh, the Warthog, the Actaeon. Like some of the smaller ones would be pretty cool to include as well. Small Tuz trucks, yeah. Because they'd be like bigger Scouts, basically. I've tried to do the crane/bed combo on both Taigas, but it didn't work. It works on the Taiga 643, or no, 6455B. It does not work on the 6436, you are right. But the 6455B, it does work. Don't why have to use a truck to tow high hitch trailers? Yes, we do. For us, it's been the crocodile. We're using the smallest ones possible when we have to get away from our rules. You'll have to try it again, Mr. Mason. It does work. Some trucks are weird that you have to do it in a certain order. Like sometimes you have to put the truck bed on first and then put the crane on. Or some trucks you might have to put the crane on first and then the truck bed. That's usually not the case, but that might be the case for the 6455B. I can't remember. It's been a while. I'm starting to drift off. Let me see if I can attach this and hopefully get in there faster, get turned. Switch negligence? Could be. Yeah, it has been pretty tough. So far the hardest haul we've had to do is the Season 15 trailer that was way down in the mine. It took me like 3 episodes just to get that thing delivered. That for me was the worst. RXY says the only reason why I think the Ford can use that trailer is because it's a heavy-duty truck for scouts. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would think if the other trucks can attach big trailers, like big truck trailers, they would probably be able to attach this one, but for some reason they can't. I don't know what the reason would be, but it'd be really nice if the burlak could do it, because those huge tires, we could roll through the mud, you know, the water and stuff right here. It'd be so much easier. Oh, actually, I think I gotta turn to my right and get this truck fixed up here. I gotta buy some more repair parts. You know how Saber is with Nintendo. Yeah, I heard they're no longer gonna be working on, Is that where I want to go? Oh, it's off to my left. Okay, hang on. Saber's no longer going to be putting out updates for Switch. They're discontinuing support for Switch. And they're not getting a year 5. They're just done with Switch. That is one of the bummers about doing it in Scouts only, is that there is a bunch of vehicles that we can't really use very much. So like the Con Marshall that Mason's talking about, no hitch. The Chevy Apache, there's no hitch. Some of them you probably wouldn't use anyways, but they just become sort of obsolete. Like even in normal gameplay, but the like the Cat TH357, like nobody uses that. Like we could use it, but it's slow. It doesn't have a snorkel. It could lift stuff, which would be nice, because we don't really have a lot of cranes on this mode. Just because there's only 3 scout trucks that can even have cranes. Let's repair. Alright, we're good. So yeah, it's pretty much F750, Lodestar, and Burlak if you need to crane anything at all, like off the ground. If you don't need a crane, like you could just pull up to a place and auto-load onto the trailer. That works, but yeah, if you need a crane to pick something up, I only have 3 trucks for options. Well, actually, like I said, I could use the TH357 as that. We could lift stuff. It'd probably be pretty tough because you have to get under it with the forks, but it is possible, I guess. But yeah, I don't have the TH357. I don't have a couple of trucks still. I don't have the Gore by 4. I don't have the Con Sentinel. Which other ones? I don't have a Con Loaf. I think most of the other ones we have. Yeah, the 420 is really good. Saber's just rude about the Switch. I think they thought it would be a good money-making adventure for them to add Switch support, and then they found out that nobody really plays it on the Switch. You know, probably 1% of their players or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers, but a very small portion, and so they're like, it's not even worth us. We're losing money by having people develop stuff for the Switch, you know? So they just said, screw it. Mr. Stu, welcome in. RXY says, I may try this challenge. I mean, you can adjust anything you want, RXY. I encourage you guys to try your own games, make up your own rules, and do whatever you feel like will be fun for you. You certainly don't have to follow the same rules I have. But the only thing is, I don't have all of the maps. Wait, all of the time maps? Not sure what you mean by time maps. Stu says he entered a dark room with his hands in front of him, desperately searching. Oh, I completely broke my truck on this part last time. I gotta go slow here. I just fixed it. Desperately looking for the light switch, bumped my head on the like button, fell back into the share button, tumbled into the chat. Welcome in, Mr. Stu. I just looked at custom skins. I did not see any flags or anything that could tease the state or country. It's in the one, or the only one I can think of is the one with the ruins. It's possibly Mexico. Yeah, like Mayan ruins or something. Oh, all the DLC maps? I gotcha. I think I actually didn't need to buy year 5 on this playthrough. I didn't notice there's planks over here. Can I use those? What the heck? I can use those. That could solve everything that I'm trying to do right now. Twin steer was a hoax. Because probably like 6 months ago I reached out to Saber and was seeing if I could get some more maps on my Steam account. Because I had everything on Steam, then I switched over to Epic. Because of PTS, so now I play on Epic exclusively. But they gave me a key for a game that had like all the DLC that was out then. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then they immediately released a new truck. I think it was the... I think it might have been the Mac Pack or something, like right after Season 15, or maybe it was before Season 15 or something like that. And I was like, well, crap. Now I don't have the Mac Pack. Like, I'm missing a DLC already. Well, I found out just yesterday when I was looking at my Steam that even though I didn't buy the Year 5 Pass, it says that I own the Year 5 Pass on Steam. I didn't buy Season 16, or I think 15. I can't remember when I contacted them. I don't think I had 15 either. I think when I talked to them I only had like 13. And it also gave me... So it gave me whatever ones I didn't have, and then it gave me Year 5, and then it gave me the Mac Pack truck. It also gave me the Freightliner and the Western Star, and I was like, what the heck? So they must have gave me a key that had everything unlocked for like forever. So whatever they come out with, I think I just instantly own it on that account, which is awesome. It's too bad they don't play on that one anymore, because then I could stop paying for it over here. I wonder, maybe I should see if I can migrate my save. Well, I guess it doesn't matter at this point, 'cause Well, it might save me some money, I guess. If I could get my save moved over from Epic to Steam, then I could play on Steam and not have to buy anything anymore. Because I think that account would own it all. Let's refuel. The DD pack, Driver's Diaries. I don't know what that is. That's a good question, Adam. I don't know, maybe. I've never... I know that's, I guess, the point of pros, and I have pros, but I never used it. I only got it for the skins. But I suppose I could try, and that if that does work, I should probably do that. Do what? Oh, is it the... It's the little crane leg. There we go. Yeah, because then I wouldn't have to buy anything anymore. I would just own it all on the on there. Same, just for the skins. Oh, don't tip. Crap. Yeah, but I didn't realize that until just the other day. I thought they gave me a code for the game that gave me everything that was out until that point. But apparently it gave me everything that was out even in the future as well. So I think it's like a master key kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure anything that they release for SnowRunner for the rest of its life, I'll probably have for free on my Steam. I just got to move this save my other hard mode over to Steam, which honestly that's fine. I do use one of my Steam saves for all the upgrades, but I suppose I could probably copy that one and move it. I don't know how the pros thing really works, but I could move that one onto my Epic maybe. Well, no, I'd have to keep that because I have to have all the new seasons as they come out too. I don't think it would work the way I want it to work, because I'd probably still have to pay for it on Epic because, well, I'd still have to buy the year pass. Let me put it that way. I would still have to buy the year pass, but I could skip out on all the vehicles, because the year pass I would need to be able to play on PTS, whereas all the other ones, like the vehicles, yeah, I don't need those to play on PTS, so I probably theoretically could save. Oh my god, I did it again. Repair. Fuel tank, suspension, might as well do it all. I probably could save, like, I don't know, $15 a year or something by skipping out on all the vehicles on there now if I could transfer it. I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can talk to some friends in high places who know more than I do about that kind of stuff. I have a feeling that Dave would know how to do that. Naked Dave. Or maybe back it up locally and try loading it on Steam. He's got friends in high places. Not really. I mean, I've talked to Dave a couple of times. Yeah, Corhon probably would know how to do that too. He does some modding stuff. I mean, Nathan might even know how to do it, but if I could switch it over, yeah, it'd probably save me like $15 or something a year, which I don't know how long it's going to keep going on for, but the Driver's Diary pack included the FLD... Oh, Driver's Diary pack? Is that what they're calling it? That's an awful name for a pack. Do you have any tips for logging, or maybe good trucks for logging? I mean, I personally like to use... I personally like to use the Caterpillar. The 745C is a good medium log truck. For short logs, the Yaramatsu Forester is good. I mean, it can do mediums as well, but dude, how am I so stuck? Screw it. We'll go for it. For long logs, I would probably say, oops, like the Kenworth or something. There's quite a few good trucks for logging. This is not going to turn out very well, is it? We're going to go drifting downstream here. But if you're looking for tips for logging, one thing that I would say is use the Forester and then carry a trailer behind you, because most, well, I shouldn't say most, but well, yeah, probably most trucks kind of struggle carrying 2 loads of logs. It's just heavy. But if you have the Forester with 1 load in the truck and then you carry a trailer behind you, you can actually unpack that 1 load and just have it be a bunch of single logs. Here, let's do this. Unpack this. Detach the trailer maybe. This could turn into a flipped over truck real soon. Oh, there we go. It's hard to even see. Yeah, so you could unpack the truck and then you could overload your logs and you could have like, say, 6 or 9 logs in there. And then when you get to the destination, you just take out 3 logs, throw them into your trailer, and then when you pack it, you'll have your truck full and your trailer will be full of logs, depending on how many you take, obviously. Oh, I probably should have left that packed. And then you can deliver it that way. So you can basically carry multiple sets of logs without having to make as many trips, I guess. Alright, let's back up just a bit. Oh no. You like the new foldable log trailer? Alright, let's pack. Just so we don't lose any in the river here. Perfect, alright. I know a few modders. I'm thinking about having my logo submitted and added as a vehicle sticker. Funny. 612H. 612's got kind of a low frame. But 612 would be good. The FEM, I don't know, can the FEM even do logs? I thought the FEM doesn't have any logging attachments. If I remember right, the FEM can't do any logging at all. Maybe I'm misremembering that, but I thought so. But the 605 can do shorts. And I don't know, maybe with a recent update it could do mediums. I'm not sure on that. I don't think so, but it's possible. It's on the, I forget the name already. It's on the map that I'm on right now, which I'm trying to think of the name before I check it. Solus Bay I drive. Miss Dust Bunny, welcome in. My question is if I have a general distaste for the Forester, would the 770 be as effective? 770G can't do logs. It's only fuel. Fuel or that special high saddle. If you want me to show you where it's at, I drive, but... Hey, Richard, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day, sir. Thank you, Miss Dust Bunny. Okay, yeah, I think we're all caught up. Going pretty good so far, Richard. I'm actually kind of lost. I gotta go to my right, don't I? I think that goes up to the road. Maybe I should go that way. It might be faster. Oh wait, it's got a switchback though. I think there's a switchback like right here, like a really sharp switchback up there. Yeah, it looks probably easier anyways. Let's try it. 745C, sorry, getting my trucks mixed up. So the reason the cat's not as effective, Stu, is it doesn't have a crane, unless you get a modded one. Then you probably could find one with a crane. But the cat 745C does not have a crane. It also cannot attach trailers, which the Forester can do. And so you're basically just stuck with one single set of medium logs. Because again, it cannot do shorts, it cannot have a crane, and it cannot attach trailers. So, yeah. It's a really good medium hauler, but that's, you know, you can only do one single set, and it can't have a trailer, and you can't have a crane, and so it's like that's sort of its specialty. It's one thing. It can actually have a cargo container add-on, which is kind of cool. And I like to use that when I can, just because it's not something you normally can use. It's definitely the rarest add-on in the game. I think it's the only truck that has it. Oh shit, I didn't see that. Wait, there is a rock blockage up here. What? I didn't know that. Great, we got another rock blockage. I'm liking Season 16. JJ, can you show me? I'm tired of recovering my truck. Sure. So, on the main road, when you come in, this is the orientation. What I would do is cross here, I drive, and then go up here. And this, I don't know if you were watching earlier, it's passable, but it's not very nice. So you're probably going to have to go up and around. Unless there's another road like maybe this one. I haven't obviously driven this road. But this one probably would be better to go through here and then up to the fuel station. It's on the main road, but there's two rock slides. One here, and apparently one... Where am I at? Oh, up here further. So yeah, if you follow this main road, it'll loop back around. And you'll dodge one of them. Or I guess, no. No matter which way you go, you'll hit the one on the right. Or if you go across here, you'll hit this one on the left. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, dang, we're almost out of fuel. Didn't realize how low we were. Oh, hang on, I gotta accept this, though. What is that called? East Landside. Oh, no way. Last time we had the two metal beams that would go here, we took them all the way back for nothing. Like the 770G with the heavy trailer. Yeah, the heavy saddle. It's kind of just like that, but at least you can use it a little bit more. Oh no. This is not looking good. I might have to just drive into the ditch here. I think that gave us just enough, right? Yes. Alright. Alright. Look at that. That should not have been that hard. That was definitely a fail on my part. Guy on a Moose Adventure and Richard, welcome in, guys. All right. Well, now I know where to get the metal beams, and I know where to clear that roadblock, so that one shouldn't be too bad. The other one was cement and, like, consumables or something weird. Anyone want to take a guess at percentage? I haven't looked in, like, 2 streams now. I have no idea where we're at. We did get quite a few upgrades and watchtowers, so we do have an inflated percentage. We're definitely not actually as far through the region as it says we are, but I think I'm gonna say maybe like 12. 23 and 28, huh? Maybe I'm way off. I don't feel like I've done that much. 18. Mason says 45. I know that. I know there's no way it's 45. Absolutely no chance. 28 I feel like is too high. 23 I feel like is too high, but it's possibly because I did do a lot of easy stuff. I think 15 and 18 are probable. I'm probably way off. It sounds way too high to me. I feel like it's probably high teens at the very most. But again, maybe I'm way off. I don't know. Alright, let me stop here. Thing says, hey DB, Richard. I'm going to attach here and fix this thing up a little bit. Refuel. And repair. Oh, should I use my own repairs? Dang it, not the trucks. Oh well, I guess. Alright, let's check. 15. Zing nailed it. So we've got 8 watchtowers and 4 upgrades. That's kind of why I was thinking it was, like, pretty high, just because that's super easy, like 12 things done. And then we have the 8. Oh yeah, we did some contests too, that's right. I forgot we did like 2 contests, which is another easy percentage. I think in actuality we're probably at like 5% maybe, but it's given us 15. I'm a sick boy, and I think I infested my wife. Infected. She was saying now she's got a scratchy throat. Oh, yikes. That's not good. Hopefully you guys feel better, Mr. Zing. Adam said 22, and Blaine says he's at 31. I'm trying to think hours-wise. We played for like 5. I think maybe 5 and 4, I think. That sounds about right. I think we played for about 9 hours so far. Yeah, Zing nailed it. I kind of forgot about the easy contest that we had. I knew we had, you know, a good number of watchtowers and upgrades picked up, but... Yeah. That's what I figured, Adam, because Blaine said he's at... Or, well, I guess he said I'm 31%, so I assumed it was what he was at, and I assumed yours was, I guess, for my percentage. McG, welcome in. Finally a streamer with a decent voice volume. That's good. I try to keep everything the same. I know before, I remember when I flipped that truck off and I hit that road sign, went flying into the water. I kind of screamed in the mic a little bit. But I try to keep it the same volume. 98.6. Like checking your temperature. Zing says he knows things. Zing, did you go back to when I was showing iDrive on the map where it was see what percentage it was. There we go. Mr. Whalen, welcome in. I had turned on my game volume to match another streamer earlier. It's hard to know. It really is, because like you listen to it, you know, in your own headset, like try and get it where it sounds good, and then you play it, you're like, oh yeah, it sounds good, and someone's like, oh my god, that's way too loud. You're like, oh, I thought it sounded fine. I guess I had to turn my volume really low, you know, for it to go, or like really high and your voice is really quiet. I don't know. I gotta leave this fuel tank here, that we gotta use up the other one. Mr. Maddie, welcome in. We got a heist going on, guys. Alright. Actually, is that... Yeah, I'm not going back for fuel. I'll top up here. So we got Mr. Maddie, Mr. Blaine, Mr. iDrive. Who else wants in? Let's get a big heist going. If you guys want to join, push !heist, and then however many points you want to gamble. If you want to see how many points you have, you can do that by pushing !points. What's the difference between normal mode and hard mode? I call hard mode 3M. Hopefully they don't sue me for it. But for me it stands for money manager mode, because that's pretty much all it is. Pretty much everything you do just costs money. Or like it makes it harder, like in a monetary way. So like you have to pay to load stuff on your trailer unless you want to do it manually. You have to pay to transfer regions, you have to pay for fuel. Trucks sell for half price, upgrades sell for half price. I don't remember this being such a mess last time, jeez. Yeah, it's basically a money manager mode, so that's why I call it 3M. But that's pretty much it. That's why I think if you talk to anybody who's played hard mode for a like decent amount of time, they'll tell you it's not really hard anymore. Because once you get past, like, I would say probably Alaska, but for sure, or excuse me, I should say probably Michigan, but for sure by Alaska, you should have a good amount of money built up, or a good amount of trucks, like a big truck fleet. Then it's not really hard anymore. Yeah, you can still use mods in hard mode, yep. You certainly can. And actually, if you wanted to, you could even... I think there is a money mod. I think you could probably still use that in hard mode. So basically, you could make money irrelevant too. I think. I'm not sure because I don't really use mods, but I think you could do that. Because I think you could just basically cheat yourself in a whole bunch of money and then buy whatever trucks you want, and then, like I said, it's kind of normal. If you have a bunch of money, it's kind of just back to normal mode, so. Stu, do you know if you can use the money mod in hard mode? I assume yes, but... So there is the bridge that you can use your winch to connect to, or just drive out on and it'll fall down. I showed it off earlier, but now we're driving past it, so... if you look at it, both the bridges are like lifted up, like a lift bridge kind of thing. But as soon as you drive out on it, one will fall, and then once you get close to the second one, you can attach a winch and it'll fall over. Stu says, I was behind. Or I guess anybody who uses mods. Do you know if you can use the money mod in hard mode? I assume there's no like restriction, but I don't know how it works exactly. I feel like I should go up there and like go get the watchtower or something, but there is no watchtower. Never mind. Already got it. That looks like a pretty good path right there, actually. Except now I'm kind of at an angle. Too far away, come on. Oh dang, that's a big cliff. Oh man, I did not see that. Oh, that almost got me. I came out the trees and then I saw like a big drop. Yes, Gigi, you can use any mod you want. Okay. So yeah, you can basically make hard mode irrelevant if you really want to. Because I know there's a way to get infinite repair and refuel in hard mode. It works on every single region except for 13 and 7. The reason is the exploit needs a second map, and those regions are just one map regions, so... Oh wait, I gotta get across there, don't I? But yeah, there is an exploit that you can get infinite fuel and repairs. Works in normal and hard mode, but probably not really useful in normal because you can just buy a trailer, use all the stuff out of it, and sell it right back for the same price. But definitely useful for hard mode if people want to do that. But again, I don't know. For me, I don't really see a point in playing in hard mode if you're going to use like a bunch of mods and money mods and, you know, exploits to get tons of fuel and repair points. Like, it kind of just makes it back to normal mode. But everybody has their own playstyle, so if somebody wants to do that and just to be able to say they're on hard mode, whatever. That's what they want to do. Alright. Wait, that's just 3 long logs? Hang on a second. Was that... short logs? Medium. Oh, okay. Well, I did not know that. I thought those... well, I guess that would work, yeah. Drive them back to the sawmill once you get it done, I guess. Alright, well, what's around here that we can do? Go and pick up a transformer, which we don't know where that is. That's all on the next map. We could do that. Rail sections. Eastern and western tracks. Yeah, let's do that. Rail sections are 5 slots, aren't they? Yeah, crap. Oh wait, hang on. Question, does anybody know, do you actually have... do these have to be packed to delivered, or can you deliver them by dropping them in the location? Because sometimes these can be delivered without needing to have them packed. And if that's the case, then we don't need to use a bigger truck. Off-Road King, welcome in. Stu says the Kodiak roof rack exploit works everywhere. I know you're talking about the Kodiak the like side threshold thing, because the Kodiak doesn't have a roof rack, but I know which truck you're talking about from Neighbor. Oh no, someone had jumped too much on that bridge. Yeah, they jumped on it and made it fall over. I'm gonna assume that you can deliver them with, because rails usually you have to drop into place. So yeah, we could probably use the Lodestar or the Ford or the Burlak to do that one. So we're not required to use this truck for once. Well, not required, but... Aye! Rail sections are the same as pipes. You gotta crane them into place. Perfect. So I don't need to use a 5-slot trailer for it. Awesome. Because I can't use a 5-slot trailer with the Scouts. Because there is none. You doing Scouts only? Yes, this is Scouts only. I don't think I've ever drove down this road before. So I'm not really sure if this goes to where I want it to go, but it's headed in the right general direction. Oh, man. Oh, you have to craft the rail sections? Okay, I didn't know that. So I gotta go get some materials then. 1 beam and 2 planks. I still gotta find out where I can get these darn planks at. I think I gotta open up that stupid warehouse. I was thinking to myself as I'm driving down here, like, because that trailer still has a ton of fuel in it. So I don't want to just waste it, but I mean, I don't really need the money for fuel. It's just more of a convenience. It's right there, you know? I'm trying to think what else, because I have most of my trucks are like full of fuel right now. Hey there, Keith. Welcome in. Right. Well, I think we'll probably abandon that for today then. I guess I'll try to use all the fuel out of there. I don't know. I think I'll go get metal beams. I'll clear that one road blockage. After that, I guess I need 2 more metal beams for this one that I'm currently tracking. We don't have to do this one, but like obviously we need to do it eventually. I think this might even be the one that clears that the downed trains that Bugrick was asking about early on. It might be back in business, maybe. Off-Road King says, "How good is the 49X?" I don't know. It's decent. It's nothing special. It's not terrible, but yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It has that third, the dead axle, which it's kind of a hindrance when you're like driving uphill and then you run into something and you can't, like you're just sort of stuck. It kind of lifts your back tires up and then you're just, yeah, stuck. I don't know. Personally, I like trucks sort of more like that as far as like size and capabilities go. I think it's a little bit more fun. So like smaller off-road vehicles or the heavy duty are what I think is the most fun. The 49X is a standalone DLC truck. It's decent through mud. I remember when because I bought the game originally on Xbox and I played it for a couple months and then I didn't play it for like 9 months or something. When I came back to it, that was one of the trucks that was out, and I restarted and I played back in Michigan. That thing was pretty sweet to use in Michigan. It's just fast. I like fast vehicles, and Michigan's not super hard, so... Alright, let's fuel from the maintenance trailer. See, this thing still has 800 liters. I need to use 600 liters out of here. That's a lot. Keith says I have it on Switch and Xbox. I have it on Xbox, and then I have it on Epic, and I have it on, whoops, maintenance trailer. Yeah, Xbox, Epic Games, and Steam. The Crocodile, it's a little bit small. It's really capable for its size, but probably overall, most people would probably say it's too small. So it's sort of a preference thing, but I really like the Crocodile. I think if you compare it against a lot of the vehicles like around that size, you'll be like, dang, this thing is sweet. But if you're comparing it against a lot of the big trucks, you'll just be like, that thing's, you know, it gets stuck on this and that and can't repair, and because the roof rack doesn't have any repairs, it's just fuel, which kind of sucks. I think if you're anything like me and you like a little bit more of a challenge, you'll probably really enjoy that truck. Just because it's a little bit smaller, so you're expecting it to be a lot less capable, but it's probably not as much less as you were thinking, if that makes sense. I'm going to try and run and grab 2 metal beams and then fix this roadblock. Probably go back and grab more fuel out of that trailer. And then, I don't know. I suppose I could take both the earth roamers back and go get some logs. Does anybody know if you're required to use that new log trailer? There's one that's down there by all those logs for a mission. I don't know if that's a requirement or not. Like if it's required for a contractor task. You got both of the new trucks. 2 out of the 3, huh? Is the DLC GMC any good? I would say that's on the higher end of the smaller trucks. Well, it can be a little bit tippy though. But overall, yeah, it's pretty good. It's got some good add-ons, and I'm just trying not to break up my truck. Good add-ons and good versatility. So yeah, it's a pretty good truck. Just don't take a bunch of damage here. I'm not sure what you said there, Richard. Way roadcraft take off, the AM off. Huh? No ouchies. Yeah, please and thank you. No ouchies. Guy in a Moose Adventure says, I love the Brigadier, especially with the rollback. I don't think I knew that they added that one. Or maybe it did have it and I just didn't notice. Stu says I haven't used it so far. I think I gotta turn left. Yeah, we want to go over to here. The Wolfpack, those are pretty good trucks. I mean, the 57X is probably the worst of the three. Well, it's not it is the worst of the three. It's a highway one, so it's probably obvious, but even that one's not like terrible. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the 57X has all-wheel drive. Is that right? Somebody fact check me. So it's actually not bad. Keith says yes. And the 1424 has diff lock and all-wheel drive. And then the 1430 has just diff lock, I believe. But the 1430 also has heavy set tires. I would say the 1430 and the 1424 are both pretty good, but the 1430 is a little bit more stable. And actually the 1430 has a little bit longer frame as well, so you can actually... Like, I remember when I played Season 8, that was when they first came out, I actually threw a crane on the truck, and it could still fit a maintenance add-on behind it. And I remember somebody coming in being like, why the hell would you do that? Like, why would you have a crane on there? And I'm like, dude, I just put cranes on everything. If it can have a crane, or if it can have a roof rack, or, you know, basically anything extra, I'm going to put it on my trucks, because then I don't have to go back to the garage. Like, I don't care what it is. You know, if I flip over, I can use that truck to pick up the cargo. If I need more fuel, I can run that truck over there. If I need repairs, like, you know, whatever extra things they have, I just throw them on. Yeah, they were like, well, you're making it more tippy and extra weight. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. I would rather have more tippy and not have to go back to the garage. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the drive is especially depending on where you're at on which maps on Season 8, but the drives are not worth me running all the way back to grab one thing, so. The Mac Pinnacle, I haven't had a chance to use that one a ton. The Mac Pinnacle I've heard is a really strong truck. The Terra Pro, not great, but yeah, the Pinnacle is really good from what I've heard. I haven't really, because I kind of switched over to start playing my Scouts only. Like I said, I used to play my normal mode all the way up to Season 14. When 15 came out, I stopped. So I had a normal mode where I would use all those trucks, but now I don't really. In both of my hard modes, I'm not allowed to. Because one of them I'm not buying... basically, I only use trucks we can find. And so you obviously don't find those ones on the map anywhere. And then this one, it's only Scout trucks, so... I haven't had really much of a chance to use the Mac Pinnacle, or the Mac Terra Pro, or the Freightliner FLD 120, or the Western Star 6900 XD. I've used them all a little bit. A good chance for me to use those trucks is on PTS, because it's sort of a whole new game. The only problem is my computer was broke pretty much most of PTS this time around, so I didn't even really have a chance to use them. I did use them a little bit, but yeah, not very much. Same with all the trucks that are new on here. Like, I barely use the Plaid or the, what's the other one? Plaid Buddy, the Billert, and the Chimera. That's an oof. Alright, let's go. I think it's to the right here. Mr. Koski, welcome in. So let's see what I miss here. Oh, they took off the woman that was talking in Roadcraft. I did hear that from, I think, Adam on Friday. I think that's kind of a bummer. I mean, we did talk about it a little bit last stream, but personally I'm a fan of options, and I like them giving us the option to turn our voice off or not. I mean, you can go in the settings and turn it off if you don't want to listen to it, but yeah, whatever. Macs are fantastic, really liking them. Old tires are a chef's kiss. That's from a guy on a Moose Adventures. I have it, yes, it's very powerful, says Keith. Maybe doing a non-all-wheel drive trucks hard mode. Oh, nice. I know, what's his name? Deck Place has a no all-wheel drive, no diff lock, so it'd be kind of similar to that. No all-wheel drive would be a fun one, I think. Because you still have the diff lock, which means you can still, like, W990 and, you know, some of those trucks would still, or I guess, actually you could probably still use all those trucks just as long as you don't turn it on, right? Or even have it equipped, maybe. Some of them are equipped, but you can't take it off. You gotta be careful. Last time well, not last time, but 2 times ago we ruined the truck on this. Dang it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. FLD 120 White West, or White, why did I say White Western Star? Western Star 6900 are beasts. I love the Kenworth C500. Yeah, the C500 is one of my favorites. I got to use that one quite a bit. That was still back in season 14 when that came out, so I used that one a bunch. I really like. That's probably my favorite truck. It used to be the Step Pike, but I think that one might have passed it. I really like that truck. D880 is the best looking truck in the game now, in my opinion. It's got a cool little like lizard glowing frogs, or not frog, like lizard or something skin, like a salamander or something. But you're a simp for Kenworths. That's funny. All right. I'm not really worried about paying loading fees anymore. It's just we're just doing it to go faster, so load that up and get moving. You can't use trucks with all-wheel drive even if you can buy it. So for your playthrough, even if the truck, like, for example, this Ford, would you not be able to use it because it has all-wheel drive? Or you're allowing yourself to use it just as long as you don't actually turn the all-wheel drive on, so basically just don't equip it. Madi, welcome in. So you got a changed logo there. Mr. Mata, welcome in as well. Lava Lizard, I like that. Off-Road King says, you know the 963 is not overpowered. Blaine says, I like the Chimera. It's not overpowered. Heavy for once. Yeah, a lot of the heavies are pretty much since season 9. They've had a big heavy like every couple of months, it seems like. Alright, let's try and unpack this. And actually I'm going to refuel while we're here. So hopefully we don't have to again. I know we just did this like half an hour ago. Come on. I know you can get up there. I'm debating on using the detach trick. Oh, I thought it was about to go. Alright, we'll try it. I want to pack it just so it doesn't fall off. Come on, you can climb that. I believe in you. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's too far? Bummer. Alright, I guess we'll have to go more wide. Which would you rather, 49X or GMC? I'd probably go with the GMC. Like I said, I think that the dead axle is what kills it for me with the 49X. It's not the end of the world, but it definitely makes it harder. It's a fun truck to use like early on. Maybe I'll have to unpack this to get up too. Looks like our tires are getting stuck on this rock a little bit. It's digging in. Alright, we'll try the unpack. Wait, what? I was like, where did that attach to? What would you guys pick? 49X or the GMC Brigadier? I'm hoping this is slowly scooting me off to the right just a little bit. And then we should be able to eventually catch and go. I think most people probably don't have either of them just because they're single, single truck DLCs, but I believe it has both, Off-Road King. Or yeah, it has both. I'm like 99% sure. Oh, it's just a little bit too far. There, I think it's going. No, for a second it's starting to move. There we go. Finally. All right. I don't know why we're having so much more trouble this time than last time. Oh no, my beams! That sucks. Blaine says, I would choose whatever truck looks the best. Stu says, I use both. Keith said GMC. Our truck is popping up off the ground here. You're going to be getting the Navistar and the Croc as well. Yeah, the Navistar is a pretty fun one. I haven't played with that in a long time because I didn't have it on Epic. I have it on Steam and Xbox, but for the longest time they wouldn't allow you to buy it on Epic. Basically, if it was pre-order bonus only, you couldn't. They wouldn't allow you to get it after that. But they finally fixed that a couple months back. I'm gonna see if I can rotate this. And then push it back, hopefully. How high is that? Oh, it's about perfect, alright. Now I gotta get this one up. GMC because it's older, says Blaine. Funny. It's only $1? Which one's $1? That's pretty crazy, $1. Usually they're like 2 or 3 or up to 4. I think The ones that are more expensive are like $6 are the like dual packs. Navistar's only $1. That's cool. Honestly, I just got it a couple of months ago when they added it for back for Epic Games if you purchased it like much later like I did. I don't even know what the price was. I didn't pay attention at all. I was just like, yep, added to cart. Bought it right away. Ah, this darn... Oh, there's 2 big rocks there. Okay. Alright. Finally, I think we're going. Oh no. One more. Richard, welcome in. Chat, should I play hard mode or just normal mode? I think normal is just not that hard. Richard, have you ever played the game before, or is this your first time? If it is your first time, I would recommend probably playing it on normal just for a little bit to kind of get a general understanding on how things work. But once you've played it for a little bit, you're probably okay to jump up to hard mode. It's not really that much harder, it's just at the start. It's basically it's what I call money manager mode. It just makes everything harder with money, like auto loading and transferring trucks and fuel and all that stuff. So if you have a decent handle on the game, then yeah, you could go to hard mode. Which it sounds like you do. You said you got a good understanding, so yeah, I'd go to hard mode. I don't know, do I have it? It looks like it's already unpacked. Yeah, it is. Let me try this. Just to straighten them out a little bit. I'm so lost as to why it's struggling so hard to get up here. Because we just went through here, went to the other map, came back, so the terrain should have reset. Thank you, have a nice play. Yeah, you're welcome, Richard. Hopefully your playthrough goes well. Let's try low. Oh, I think it's the rock on the left side here, right there. Alright, we'll try to detach again. Oh wait, hang on. Let's pack it this time. Actually, wait, can we get around that rock? Nope. I thought maybe with a little bit of a head start we could. Alright, so if you guys don't know, for some reason, if you detach a trailer like this, it's sort of the equivalent of unpacking and packing your materials. It makes it easier to drag the trailer detached than it is when it's attached. I don't know why it works like that, but yeah. I'm much farther past that rock, but I'm trying to get back to attach the trailer now. It's like rolling backwards, you son of a... Alright, here we go. So I pretty much use a combination of unpacking the material on the trailer and repacking it. Let's try this. And then unattaching the trailer. And then the last one is basically just attaching the winch from the trailer up to different spots to get it out. So kind of between those three, you can usually get... Oh no, that wasn't a big tree. Okay, well I can still get it here, luckily. Yep. Alright. This is getting pretty tough here. It's so weird because we just did this not like more than an hour ago or something. There we go. I think that the game detects the trailer as unpacked cargo when detached, thus making it lighter. Yeah, I think it's kind of the similar thing is like when it's packed, it counts it all as like the weight is heavier basically. When it's unattached, all that weight, it's still like it's still nothing, you know, it's still something, I should say. Still not nothing. There is some weight to it, but it's definitely a lighter weight for some reason. Mr. J, welcome in. Alright, well that used a ton more fuel than we did last time through here. Honestly, we might run out. Which wouldn't be the end of the world, because then I could use that trailer that we are trying to get rid of. Yeah, I do play Farming Simulator sometimes, Jay. It's probably around about once a week, but lately, just because this came out, it'll probably be like a every 2-week thing. I still haven't even played Roadcraft in the new season there. I don't even know if I've updated my game, to be honest. What's your name in Farming Simulator? It depends, I think. So, because for most of my games, I either own on Steam or Epic. But for Farming Simulator, I'm a Giants partner. Meaning I have my own code. Like if anyone wants to buy Farming Simulator stuff, if you see up above there, like 15 or 20 chats up, if you use my code at the checkout, then I get a 3% kickback. So if you spend $100 there, I'll get $3 from you using my code. I'm gonna see if maybe I can go back a little bit. Oh, just stuck in the mud. And so I don't use Epic Games or Steam there, so I'm not sure what my name is, to be totally honest. But yeah, I guess shameless plug, if anyone wants to buy any Farming Simulator stuff and you're on PC, you can use my code. It doesn't end up saving you any money, which is kind of a bummer, and would be actually preferred. With like the 3% that they kick back to me, it'd be nice if they did, like, say you get a 1% discount and I get 2% back or whatever, something like that. So sort of a you know, mutually beneficial for both of us, because otherwise there's no, you know, like there's not really much of a benefit for you guys to use my code, other than to support the channel. So if you're you know, a fan of what we got going on here, then it helps out because it gives us like a little kickback. But Mr. Koski says, do you use the Lodestar to haul cargo? I do, but I don't think I have my Lodestar here. Actually, I might have bought one. Currently my Lodestar's in season 13, but I might have another one. I can't remember if I bought one or not when I first came here. I don't think I did. But we could go and get one otherwise. I think we have like $400,000. Your name is Lucas, not Dean. Is Dean like your dad's name or something? No? Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. It was like your dad's old YouTube name or something, and you're just using his old phone or something like that. Your dad's name is Dino? I think that's how you say it. Dino, not Dino. If his name was Dino, that'd be pretty cool, though. Rex would probably be jealous. Alright, I don't even think I... Oh, there's a task over here. I don't think I've ever seen that. Weirdly, it's not... It's not on the map. You guys see that? Like, there's nothing here. That is really weird. I mean, I've seen that on PTS before, but I don't believe I've ever seen that in the main game, where it just doesn't show up with the task at all. I do play on Steam, and I play on Epic, but that's pretty much it. Most of my games are on one or the other. My preference is Steam. I don't know, it's just the platform that I started playing on Steam back in like 2010, I think. And I didn't start playing on Epic until 2020 because they had a free, well, GTA 5 was the game that got me onto Epic. And then oh, my tire went on the other side there, crap. There we go. They still have a free game like every week on Epic, and I usually just buy the game. I say, oh, dang it. I say buy with air quotes because it's like the game is $20 and it'll say like, do you want to buy this game for 20 bucks? And then it has a discount code for 20 bucks. So the games are free, but I just don't download them. And then if there's something that I want to play, you know, maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months from now, oh great. Then I can download them and play them. So I will own them at that point. So I have like probably 400 games or something, I would guess, on Epic. And I've only bought like 2, I think. Something like that. Alright, let's fix this. Start tracking. There we go. So yeah, let's go get this truck fixed up and fueled up. And then we should be able to turn in that trailer here pretty soon. Adam says, nice, JJ, work the system, exactly. I think the only games that I bought were Far Cry 6 because that was not available on Steam at the time. In SnowRunner, I think. I'd have to check. Now I'm kind of curious how many I actually own. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if it shows. I have... it's got to show it somewhere, right? I don't know where it shows it. Maybe it's at the bottom. $397 games on Epic, and I think I've paid for 2. But a lot of them are like random games that I'll probably never play, but they have like the Hunter Call of the Wild. I have Thief, Train Sim World 2. Probably, I mean, like I said, most of these are probably something nobody would ever play, but or some of them are probably even free. I got Watch Dogs 2, Wolfenstein, World War Z, XCOM 2. Let's go back up. The Sims, The Operator. I got Lord of the Rings, Last Stand, The Forest, The Falconer, The Evil Within, The Escapists. Elder Scrolls Online, I didn't know that was on there. Yeah, a bunch of these games I've never even heard of. Tacoma, Surviving the Aftermath, Supraland, Super Space Club, Super Meat Boy, Sunless Skies, Submerged, Stubbs, The Zombie, and Rebel Without a Pulse. They have like just a ton of them. I got some, what was that, Star Wars? Yeah, Star Wars Squadrons, Star Wars Battlefront, Sniper Ghost Warriors, Soul Justice. Like there's, like I said, 397. I think I bought 2. So, Genshin Impact. F124. Fallout. I got Fallout 3, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, Fallout New Vegas. Like, yeah, just literally like tons of games. Borderlands. Farm Sim 22, that's actually how Rex got it. Farm Sim 22, Bioshock, Call of the Wild Angler, Dakar Desert Rally, Hitman, PC Building Simulator. Oh, you know what? I think I bought Expeditions on there. I bought Expeditions, Far Cry 6, and SnowRunner. I think I bought 3 out of 397. I don't play any MMOs, iDrive. Like, the games that I prefer to play are honestly single player, like with a story. But I feel like they're hard to stream because, like, you want to be quiet and, like, listen to the story. But I'm talking to chat, so I feel like they're better for video series, you know? No Fly Zone. Philly, welcome in. Josh, welcome in. Yeah, no face reveals here. Blaine says the Evil Within is amazing. We did not unlock the Chimera. I think I might know how to do it, but the way that I was told is not the way that is correct. Somebody told me you can just go to the you can go to the log cabins and dismantle them and you'll get some planks, which is not necessarily true. It's sort of true, but not necessarily. You have to dismantle them and then bring them to the sawmill, and then I think you can get planks, but I'm not even sure if that's true because I still haven't got the sawmill running yet. That's what we're working on right now. So, I've never played Assetto Corsa, but I've seen videos of it. All right, let's refuel again. Okay, we got to use up about 400 more liters. Maintenance trailer, I can use all of this. Perfect. What happened to the steel? We turned it in. We used it to clear a roadblock. Let's see if I can find it quick. It was right here. There was a roadblock. So the first time I came through here, I went up this way, I took beams and I came back this route, and I got onto this road, so I didn't even know there was a roadblock right there. Then I went back out. The second time I came back through, I picked up metal rolls, and we went this way, and then I found out there was a roadblock right here, and we had a really big trouble passing this one. And so the third time I was like, okay, well, screw that, I'm going to go back this way. And I came through here, and I had, I think it was metal beams maybe, and then we cleared this. This one is something different, I already forget. It's like cement and consumables, which I don't know. Oh, wait, here we go. There's cement. There's 2 consumables, okay. So we could actually go back and get that cleared up as well. That would be awesome. I think I'm going to go do that right now, actually. Because I still got to use 400 liters out of this trailer right here. Can I friend you in Farming Simulator? I don't even, like I said, I don't know my Farming Simulator name, to be totally honest, because I don't own it on Epic or Steam, so I don't know what my name is, to be totally honest. S20 is Q1 2027. What is it? Oh, Season 20? Same, I prefer slower paced games, which is more lurk while playing crowd. Oh, which is, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, the people you attract is more of a lurking while playing kind of type. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer single-player games with stories. That's my, like, preferred game to play. But like I said, I feel like they're not very good to stream. Unless, the only thing that I can think of is, like, you stream it, and you just be quiet for, like, 5 minutes when there's a huge, long cutscene. And then when it comes back, you then like are trying to sort of recap the last 5 minutes of like, oh hey, X people said all of these things, you know, and then you get into another cutscene, and I don't know, I feel like it's really hard to stream and do a story-based game. I feel like they're just much better for videos. But I don't know. If you guys want to see it, maybe we could try it sometime. I haven't really done. I've never really tried any story-based games. I just feel like they don't make for good streams. But maybe I'm wrong. Do you think the missions so far in this region are repetitive? I mean, the only one that I've really done that was big was that one that we just did with like 2 metal beams and 2 metal rolls and a trailer. Which, yeah, it had to go to the same spot, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was repetitive, no. I think I have to play it quite a bit more to see where we have to go. And like I said, if I actually had a bigger truck, I think I would have done that all in one mission. I would have had 5 in the trailer, plus connected to a metal beams, which would be 6, 7, and then I probably would have thrown the extra extra metal roll in with the other ones and just had it sitting on the top. I think we would have took all 8 and probably, let's see, what would it be? 2. So it had 3 metal rolls. Yeah, I probably could have taken 9. That would have probably been the most that I would have taken in one trip. Would have been 9. Normally. Yeah, I agree, Bugrick. SnowRunner is like the perfect game to stream and interact with chat, because usually it's slow-paced enough that you can keep up with chat. Which a lot of games are way too fast. I totally agree. Farming Simulator is another good one, just because when you're farming, you have the... Well, before you didn't, but in 25 now, you have the GPS. And so the GPS can do... Like, all you have to do is make the turn, and then you just set it back on the coordinates, and it'll just go for you. Like, you have to hold the trigger, but, like... Depending on how curvy the fields are and stuff, like, if it's a long, straight field, you can just hold the trigger and it'll just go for you for, like, 3 minutes. So, you can read all the chats at that point, which is really nice. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to go across there, wasn't I? I gotta go back. Whatever, I guess I'll go deliver this on my way then, maybe. Because I can't really turn around right here. Mr. Robert Weeks, welcome in. How you doing, Robert? Hopefully there'll be more seasons coming out for SnowRunner. Yeah, there's four more seasons, Josh. You probably have another 1.5 years of SnowRunner content. Mr. Robert says, sorry I was late. No worries, Robert. Alright, let's see. Maybe... I think we could probably turn around here. Let's see if we can make it. You're doing good? Glad to hear that. Trying not to take damage again. There we go. Robert says, I gave you a like. Well, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. How's that like button looking so far? You're usually the one who's updating me, so... 45, that's pretty good. I usually get around 10%, so that's a little bit over 10%. I'll take that. I'm actually going to stop and track this one. I forgot what it's called already. Western landslide. Alright. I gotta turn right here. You were in another stream. Okay. What were they playing? What were you watching? I feel like anytime I go to the opposite side of this riverbank, I should grab a full trailer. No matter what it is, just make sure it's full, because this crossing's not super fun. Neither's the other one. Oh, Red Dead. Very nice. I think this, whatever I'm attaching to over here, I think this is the key to this crossing right here. You have to make sure you stay far enough to the right to get to that one, because the water is going to push you to the left. And if you go to the left too far, you're going to just basically float downstream. So both directions when you're going across this, you want to be able to grab that thing. Because the other couple of times I tried, I was too far to the right. Well, not left in this orientation, but... Super nice day here in Season 16 again. Almost a little bit too bright if you look at the sun. But yeah, you got some nice fall colors. I feel like they did a really good job with the leaves in the trees on here. Like, you can see there's like red and orange and yellow and like even some green on some of these trees, like mixed in. Like they're not all the same color. $47 likes, thank you, Robert. Environmentally, in my opinion, this is the best or second best region. What do you think is the best or second, like the other one? Best or second best if it's not this one? I was going to say best or second best, but I'm like, that's exactly what he wrote, so it sounds like I'm kind of mocking him, but I didn't mean it in that way. I just meant like, what was the other contender, basically? I can't remember. Oh, it's like, I can't remember if there's a road to get in here, because I saw the road going to the right and then the stuff over here. The other one was Austria. Okay. Yeah, I really like the looks of the houses and stuff. Austria does feel really European compared to a lot of the other maps. Even though, you know, you have like Scandinavia or... Is this... Oh, it's a task. Or like Kazakhstan or Glades or, you know, some other ones that are kind of over in that region. Hopefully we don't regret using these consumables. Actually, I'm going to go out and go around. One second. I'm just going to make sure we're fully fixed up over here. I loved Almaty even if it was only one map. I'm with you, Bugrick. I really liked that region. I know originally when I said that I didn't really care that it was one... I said I didn't care that it was one map. A lot of people gave me flack for it. They're like, what? Why don't you care that it's one map? We always have two, you know? Obviously other than Season 7 is what I was going to say. But yeah, I was like, I don't know, it's really well made. I guess I don't really mind that it's one season because I think it's really fun. And, you know, it was obviously the first time we had the collapsible rocks and stuff, so it's had some new and cool features, I guess. Oh, dang, that looks bad. So yeah, I kind of didn't really mind that it was one map. Like, would it have been better to have two? Sure. But, you know, I'm alright with one if it's really good. So. Like this, probably the same thing. This region probably would have been better with 4. But, you know, if these 3 maps are good, which they seem to be pretty good so far, I guess it's not the end of the world to me, so. Scandinavia and Wisconsin are both 3rd for you. For some reason, I'm not a big fan of the Scandinavian one. I don't know why. It's not that I dislike it, I just don't... It's not like in my favorites. Or like the group that I really enjoyed. I kind of thought it was more in the middle of the pack. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'd probably say the same with Wisconsin, too. But I do like some regions that a lot of people don't like. I like Dawn. I know a lot of people don't like Dawn. I know Dawn is like a super small map. Like, Dawn alone is half the size of just one of these maps. Like, both maps in Dawn combined are half of this map. So, like, it's really small. But, I don't know, I like the region. I think overall British Columbia is my favorite. Just, I remember loading in there for the first time and seeing, like, how mountainous it was and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, this is sweet. Like, it's just so much different than all the other regions. Yukon and Tennessee were the worst for you. I didn't mind the map of Tennessee, but the way they did stuff, like... Every single time having to go back to the one single warehouse that had all of your materials, except for fuel and solar panels, was annoying. Because you only needed fuel like one time and solar panels one time. So basically the entire time you have to run back to this one single warehouse. So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the layout of Season 7. But, and I don't like the races either, obviously. Like, that's my least favorite part of the game. But I think overall, like, map-wise, if you were to put, like, take out all those races and put, like, some random missions in there, if they were to put more warehouses, I think it'd have been a good map. It's just, I didn't like the way that they did stuff. So yeah, I think if you put, like, 2 more warehouses over in the west side and maybe 1 more, like, either straight south or all the way north. Probably straight south. Because all the way north you have to go up so many times to that one that we're at right now already. I think if they put one like all the way straight in the south, then they have the one to the southeast, and then they have the normal one you have to go to, and then 2 to the west. Something like that, I think that'd have been good. Yeah, it was too much racing, and all the hauling was from pretty much one route. Yeah, that was my main thing, was the hauling coming from one specific area. Dawn was cool because of the theme. I like the Tatras. Yeah, I like the Tatras too. Tatras are good trucks, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I don't know what people don't really like about dawn. Like, Blaine, you don't like dawn, right? I know Zing doesn't like dawn. Zing calls dawn Dirty Dawn. Dirty Dawn, because there's so much, like, broken metal around. Honestly, environment, like, the region had improved. Worst environmentally, probably Amir. Yeah, Amir is probably the hardest or most difficult. About to run out of fuel. There's Zing. Says, yep, Dirty Dawn. Oops. Yeah, it was too much racing. Oh, I think I read that one. Blaine says he doesn't like dawn. Why don't you like dawn, Blaine? Have a good day, JJ, and a good night, everyone. See you later, Keith. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your night. See you in the next one. Grumpy Old Studio says, I hate farming. I'm with you. I didn't mind. Like, I thought it was kind of cool to do it once or twice, but having to do it, like, 16 times throughout the entire region or whatever it was way too much. And I think I like what they did better with Season 14, where you have to do the field just like one time. Like, oh, you just need to harvest this field. You don't need to seed it, cultivate it, and harvest it, you know? Like just one of the 3 steps, or maybe 2 of the 3, but definitely not all 3. Whereas every single one in Season 8 needed you to do all 3. Mr. Goski says, Dawn is okay, but I kind of like, or kind of mid-low region. Okay. So more of a middle of the pack for you. Robert says, hello, Zing. Oh boy. I'm going to try and see if I can read a text here quick. Okay. It's nice when the text is short enough that you don't have to like open it up. You can just read it without actually like reading it. So I didn't even have to open it, making it a little bit easier. Hey, Mr. Het, welcome in. Oof, I thought we were going to take damage there. Adam says, hey, Mr. Het, welcome in. Oh, God, I'm trying to turn really hard, but this trailer is not letting me. There we go. I'll read your chat in just a second, Bugrick. Just trying not to take any damage in this part. So he says, I'm okay with farming, but I was so disappointed when I saw that they did the firefighting was just hauling water. Yeah, I was disappointed in that too. And then, I've said this for quite a few years now, but in my opinion, 7 has too much racing, 8 has too much farming, and 9 has too much water. I felt like they kind of got away from the core game and went like too far into their themes in those regions. And then 10 was kind of like, felt like back to normal, you know? Like, where they just give you some tasks, go out and do them. Like, yeah, they have a theme of like, you know, for that one's like fishing and like, you know, the water or whatever, like the, I don't know what you want to call it, restoring the power or whatever, but I feel like that one was much better. Like, I don't know, I guess like it wasn't overboard with their theme basically. And he says, and the water tanks are always like 100 liters too small. Yeah, that was annoying too. You drop off like a full load and it's like, oh, you needed 4,800 liters and you had 47. Sorry. I think I think you're referring to 11 there, Bugrick. He says 11, or, well, he said 10 was just a normal snow map. 10 has no snow. I think you mean 11. 11 was Scandinavia. 10 was British Columbia. I felt like 10 got back to their normal, like, just pick up stuff and go deliver it kind of thing. They didn't get too carried away with what their theme was. Imandra is my favorite next to Wisconsin and Michigan. If you didn't mention the snow, Bugrick, I would have thought you were agreeing with me, but when you mentioned the snow, I'm like, he's thinking of a different region, obviously. There's not much snow in this game. So, yeah. I would like to see more snow, to be honest. I mean, I know we just had a snow region, but I think snow makes things a lot more interesting and much more harder. There we go, another roadblock cleared. Dude, these roadblocks pay a ton. We made like 17,000 just clearing those 2 roadblocks. Oh wait, hang on. Actually, I can go get this ANK now too. We gotta go bring this thing down the road, don't we? Wait, I think I gotta get this watchtower as well. I do. I don't know if I can get to there from here. Let's check this 1 second. Yeah, exactly, Het. It's called SnowRunner after all. I mean, we already had MudRunner. I mean, it doesn't look bad on the map. Like, you could probably climb that, but I don't know. It definitely doesn't look climbable from here. I think I'm gonna go around. Maine was very good. I had snow and mud. Yeah, Maine was really difficult. I was thinking about this the last couple of days. I think Maine is actually the 2nd hardest region in the game. I think if I were to rank them, it'd be Maine or Amir and then Maine. I know a lot of people say Kola is really hard, but I feel like if you know where you're going on Kola, which I guess that's kind of the key to all the maps, but I feel like Kola is actually pretty easy if you know where you're going. Maine was Season 6, correct, yep. Maine was like 50% snow, yeah. Like, the first map was like snow and mud, and the second map was like pretty much all snow and ice. Maine was good. Or, good mix of both, yeah. Yep, this is part of our Scouts Only series, Het. Probably anytime a new region drops, so probably for 17, 18, 19, and 20, whenever they drop, we'll be going there with Scouts. I don't have enough time to start a new playthrough, and our other one's all in order, and I'm not going to be doing it. I don't want to play through a region again on normal mode, so yeah, we're just going to go straight there on hard mode every time a new region comes out. I hate that most roadblocks don't remove all the rocks on the road. It doesn't bother me, but it definitely bothers some people. And Maid had this fun mechanic with the garage. Yes, I like that. With not all the functions at the start. I know they did that with Season 10 as well. The second garage anyways. And I think they did it with another region, 9. 9 was super easy because like one mission and everything was back. But still kind of cool that they have that mechanic. I like it. Road reparation / clearing roads are nice mostly. Yeah, I really like. I think, in my personal opinion, I think if they were going for a very hard region, they should make something similar to 15 and 4, with like the really harsh snow and like. So I would say 15 had a lot more breakable ice, but if you knew where you were going on the breakable ice, it wasn't that bad. It did have a lot of chunks that would still like just destroy your truck, but I feel like if they had a lot of breakable ice, and then they added all the rocks from like Amir, where it's like rocks that are immovable, there's like no other way around, you know? And then they have a lot of like tipped over power lines and stuff, so you can't have your truck like too far off to the side. They sort of really restrict where you can go right to left. And then I think if you add in the mechanics of the Season 6 garage, that would just be a brutal start for a new season. You'd basically have to, you would have to have everything that you like wanted for that region set up before you go into there, kind of. Or else pay to move trucks back and forth just to like switch the add-ons and stuff. I think that would be a really fun start. Like obviously once you get the garage and stuff back up, then it's back to normal. But it's fun. I think it's a fun extra added challenge, you know. But probably most people don't like it, if I had to guess. The only way that would work is if they added a super OP truck. Het says, in Season 7 was the worst, one map, enforced co-op, not good for single-player 100%ing, yeah. I'm seriously thinking about just not doing contests anymore, just giving them up in both of my hard modes, because I don't like doing them. I've done them all so far, but yeah, I don't know, I dislike doing them, and I'm really debating on it. I don't know if I should or not, though. Because, like, once I give up, like, say, for example, because I'm in Season 6 on my other one, if I give up, I've already done them all the way up to 6, like, maybe say in 4 seasons from now, like Season 20, I'll be like, actually, I kind of want to go for the 100%, then I have to go back and do them all, like, I don't care about the 100% that much, but I don't know. They just need to find that sweet spot where the map is hard, but not frustratingly hard. I think they hit that in every map with Year 4. Yeah, I think Year 4 had really good maps. Oof. I think 14 was probably the easiest of the bunch, but 14 still had some difficult areas. I think so far from what I've seen, it would probably be 15 was the hardest, then 13. I don't know which one's harder, this or 14 though. I would say probably this, just because I haven't seen everything yet. Alright. Let's refuel from the A and K. So I got wait, I got 100 extra liters in my roof rack, right? There we go. And where's this truck going? I keep forgetting. Backing. Oh, it's tracking. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we have to go down this main road and then across the river there. Not bad. 13 was easy. It did not have mud, just tricky areas. Het says I'm doing all the contests in single player but not the co-op. That was my original plan, but I just dislike them so much. I'm kind of thinking about just dropping them all together. I know there's quite a few people in here who don't do them, and I'm like, I've always kind of said like, oh, that'd be nice, but I don't know, I guess now I'm kind of actually debating on doing that. Whereas before I was just kind of like, oh, I'll just do the single ones and then screw the co-op ones, but let's take a poll actually. Everybody in here who plays SnowRunner, do you guys 100% the map or do you skip the contests? So we got Het who does them, Guy on a Moose Adventure who skips them. I've done them up to this point, but I think I'm going to stop doing it. I'm the idiot who does them, everything 100%, selling all the trailers, okay. This is probably going to end badly. So iDrive says 100%, so that's what? 3 for 100%. Blaine 100, so that's 4. Wait, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4. Sell all the trailers. I used to do that too. All the way up to season 8, and then finally I was like, you know what, screw that, I don't need all that stuff. Like, I'm set on money. Adam says he used to, but doesn't anymore. See, I think I'm leaning towards jumping into that boat, Adam. So that's 2 to, was it 4? Yeah, 2 to 4, I think. Hetman, someday we get to season 7, we'll do the races, or we'll just skip that part. I think Het said he's going to skip them. It rolled off just a little bit. Let's try and... It's hard when I don't own the truck to get it to roll up on here correctly. Ooh, there we go. Bugrick says he 100%, but it took me a month to find someone to do the co-op races in Season 7. That's funny. Well, it's frustrating. It's stupid that they even added that, but it's kind of funny that you were persistent enough to do it. I would have just said screw it at that point. Like, I already told you I hate him enough, so... Oops. Hang on, I gotta detach this trailer, I think, actually, so I can back up and get it straight on there. I'll try. Oh, it doesn't reach? You gotta be kidding me. I mean, it's really close to falling off that side. There we go. Actually, that kind of fixed it. Wow, I'm kind of surprised at how well that went. And activate ramp. Oh dang, I left just enough room at the end there. Cool. I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay, sorry guys. Grumpy, you actually enjoy doing them? Okay. I know you're, you said you were a race fan earlier, so that doesn't surprise me. Some contests are good, others are trash, so I just do the ones that are acceptable. I like the no waypoint one that is clear across the map in 16. I don't think I've done that one yet. Patrick, welcome in. Been playing since 2021. I have 0 maps. Been playing on and off. Dang. That's funny. Took me a year to get 100% in co-op. Wow. Ged, we will see what everyone else wants to do. Mr. Zatanna, welcome in. Did a 5 stream in 5 hour, I'm guessing? 5 hour stream? We are at 3 hours now. Have you been playing with Foxtrot there, Satana? Alright, yes, this is the place I gotta go across, right here. I know Mr. Rex is gonna be playing Season 16 tonight. Het, are you playing some SnowRunner tonight? I know you've been playing Roadcraft and Expeditions lately. I don't know if you've played the new season yet. Let's go to the left here. I feel like the F750 and the Burlak should have a low saddle. It would be cool if the F750 did, because then I could scrap, well, if it had a low end high, I could scrap the crocodile. Oh no! Darn you, Mr. A&K. Screwing up all my plans. Now I'm definitely not getting that back on there. I did not expect it to go quite like that. Now I just got to get the trailer out of the way for now. Oh no, not again. Ah. Dude, that hole is really deep. Almost got me twice. Oh, jeez. I didn't learn the first time either. If I didn't have the crane, I would have been done twice right there. That crane saved me both times. W, Mr. Crane. Yeah, fool me once. You got me multiple times. It's bad enough to do it once, but when you do it multiple times, especially that close when it's like 2 minutes later, that's really bad. You know, if it was like 2 hours later or like 2 days later, a couple months later, then you're like, oh yeah, I remember that hole. But nope, I just did it right away. Get says, can we all get a W in the chat for Mr. Crane? Yeah, the crane saved us there. We would have been toast twice. Expeditions tonight for Het. Okay, I somehow missed that one. Yeah, if I do end up missing you guys' chats, I always say feel free to send them again, because there are some times where it slips through and I didn't mean for it to not be read. You can either send it again or let me know that I missed it, and I'll try and find it if I did happen to miss it. Or if it is still on the screen, I should say. Because sometimes they're already, depending on how late it was. I stole all the fuel from there, so I can't turn the truck on quite yet. That's giving the crane a W. Here, I'll drop some fuel in, I guess. There we go. Ged wants to join for some expeditions. So who is in for the lineup for tonight, Mr. Het? Sounds like Ged is raising his hand for it. I know you had Sergey in there sometimes. I don't know who else. Bryce. I'm sure there's others, but... Tippy sections are enjoyable difficulty. I remember back to when I started and like thinking about that hole. Like that would have got me twice for sure. But you know, now that I've played for quite a bit, more experienced, like I have an immediate reaction of, oh quick, pop the crane, you know? It'd be kind of interesting to watch some of the SnowRunner devs play this game. Just to see, like, because obviously they built the map, so they know a little bit more about, or maybe they built the trucks or whatever, but to see if they know some of the tricks that, you know, the community's kind of found out over the years, or if they, you know, are sort of strictly there just designing and coding and whatever. Be kind of fun to watch somebody work there play. Ooh, he says, good, you'd have to stay there for the whole stream. Expedition seems to screw up refueling from airdrops when people leave. That's not good. I just realized I put fuel into this truck, and then I never turned it on. Or maybe I did and turned it right back off, but I don't remember even turning it on. I don't know if I did. Sergey's usually the only one for expeditions, gotcha. Alright, let's steal my fuel back. Yeah, I don't think I even turned the truck on. I put the fuel in there and then 44 is what I put in, so I don't think we even messed around with it at all. Yeah, some of these missions pay a crazy amount. Almost 8,000 for that. That's pretty insane. Oh, we got a mission over here. I don't know if I grabbed this before. I've been through here, so maybe. Yeah, I have. Okay. Let's see what we got around. Scout 800, where's that at? Oh, I think I've seen that actually. Is it down? Yeah, it's in the swamp right there. Okay. I'll go grab that. I'll do that because I'm headed out that way anyways. I'm going to go back out the gateway, so I guess we're headed that way. Oh shoot, which one was that though? Mystery cargo? Is that what it's called? No, not mystery cargo. Wait, what? Off-roading gone wrong. How did I get a totally different one? That's weird. Whatever. Oh, there's a big trailer. I think I noticed that before as well, but I didn't see it this time. So I think what I'll do is take this truck. I think I gotta turn here. Yeah. I'll take this truck, the Scout 800, all the way back to that house. And then we'll go through the gateway, and then I'll probably abandon the fort for a while. I think I'm gonna take one of the earth roamers and go grab some of those logs. I might even take multiple, because you can have short and medium. And I only have a trailer for mediums so far, so I might need to get a short trailer. Because I think I need the short planks, actually. And then we'll go grab those medium logs. Hopefully by the time we get done with that, we can use the rest of the fuel out of that trailer. And then we can turn in that trailer to fix the sawmill, which then hopefully we can get the planks from, and then go and fix the bridge, and then go to the next map. So we'll see if we can get all that done. Probably not tonight, but there's the local football team plays tonight, Monday Night Football. So I'll be watching that later on. So sorry, Mr. Rexy, just thought about that. I won't be in his stream at all. I usually watch the game on my phone as well, because we live out in the boonies. Oh wait, did that fill up almost perfectly? 119 out of 140, okay. I thought it was 120. So we don't really get much regular TV here either. No, don't flip. That's alright if you flip, that's okay. How many missions are here? I want to say it's 93. Does anybody else want to take a guess? I'm going to say 93 for some reason. It does have the most amount of cargo in the game, but it does not have the most missions. The most missions is 108. But yeah, I think it's 93. iDrive says 92. Anybody else want to take a shot? Bugrick's going with 93. Probably 94, yeah, maybe. Wait, I probably should just stick to the left here and then go right across. Let's do that. Hey, I got the Chimera without clearing anything. Took about 4 hours. It was a rugged adventure to be sure. Yeah. Yeah, it took me about an hour to get it on PTS without doing anything. But it took a ton of fuel. I think I used like 1,500 liters of fuel. Adam says the right answer. Blaine with the 93, let's see. Yep, 93. So Bugrick and Blaine and Adam, you are all correct. Koski's up one, iDrive's down one. $93.5. Are we playing Price is Right rules? So then Mr. Koski would auto lose, and then iDrive would still be closest without going over, without nailing it as well. Alright, Mr. Hut, see you later. Hopefully you have a good rest of your stream. We'll talk to you. I'll probably drop in your stream real quick, but yeah, like I said, I won't be around too much tonight. Be watching the Vikings game here pretty soon. I used the Mercer with old school tow truck mod for 98% of it. Nice. Yeah, I used the Plaid. I would have chose a different truck now that I've done it once, because the Plaid kind of struggled quite a bit. I would take the same route that I took before, but I would change the truck. Yeah, I would change to the Zik 605R probably. Just power through it. That'd be the best, because you can have that fuel tank. Like I said, I used a ton of fuel. The Vikings play the Bears, Chicago Bears. It's an interdivision rival. The Bears were the worst team last year in our division. We had 3 playoff teams, the Vikings, Packers, and the Lions. There's only 7 teams from each conference. And so 3 from one division is pretty... Because there's 4 divisions, so it's usually 2-2, 2-1 or something like that. But I guess every once in a while it could be 2-2, 3-1, or, you know, somewhere along those lines. It could even be 3-3, no. Because there at least has to be one from every division. Like, even if all teams just completely suck, whoever has the best record in the division automatically gets in the playoffs. So, yeah, I guess it could be, what did I say, 3-2-2? No, 3-2-1-1 is possible. But it's not very likely. But that's what it was last year. The funny thing is all 3 of them lost. We had like the toughest division of the year, and then as soon as we got into the playoffs, all 3 of them lost the first week. Yeah, a lot of back and forth. Yep. Yeah, like the last week of the season iDrive, it's the only time 2 14-win teams have ever met in the last week of the year. And we were 14-2 and they were 14-2. Or wait, 2? Yeah, 14-2 versus 14-2. And so obviously one of us had to lose. And the Vikings lost the last week, and then we went on to lose again in the playoffs, but they also lost in the playoffs, and then so did the Packers, so. I don't really play much Madden anymore. I used to play it a ton, like 15 years ago. I think I've only bought... Let's see, I bought last year, which is the first year in quite a few years. But before that, I didn't buy it this year, and I probably won't. I don't really play it that much. Let's see, I didn't buy 23, I didn't buy 22, I didn't buy 21. I think the last one I bought was 2020. So, I mean, I play it, but not like a ton. I would watch the NFL and CFL switch rules for a year. You'd like to see that? Go handball with one kicker. Say what? I found a way to recover it with no clearing done to get it. Yeah, that's what I did too. No clearing. I didn't do anything. I just drove around a couple of different routes. That's why it took so long with the Mercer to go 15 miles an hour under load, but with the torque to keep it moving. Very nice. All right, let me switch to the Earth Roamer here. We got the SX. Let's go with the... Where's it? Don't I have the LTI right next to it? Oh, I don't. Okay, I guess I got the LTI back in storage still. That might work out even better, actually. Wait, what is this? Oh, the burlak? I could do the burlak. I was going to use the LTI, but the burlak's already out. Where is that? Here? So, let's grab... Oh, that's right. The burlak can only use these new trailers. That's why. But actually, if this is going to be short logged, it needs to be this trailer anyways. There's no other option. So... Hey, Ian, welcome in. Grant Bowers, welcome in as well. I gotta figure out, I gotta go left, right? That didn't make sense. I gotta go left, right? I want to go up to here, so I think the best route would be probably to go off-road here and then follow that around. So, yeah, let's go left. Are the Steelers still good? It was on British TV years ago when they won the Super Bowl. The Steelers have been good for a long time, iDrive. They're never really good and they're never really bad. Like, they're just kind of in that, like, upper middle area where every year they get like 10 wins. 10, 11 wins, something like that. So they're in the playoffs like every year. But they can't seem to like get over that 10, 11 win area. But they also don't get under that either. It's just like 10 or 11 every year pretty much. I'm not actually sure on statistics. I could look it up, but yeah, they've been in the playoffs quite a few times, but they just can't seem to get far in the playoffs. But they're also in a really tough division with the Ravens, who are, you know, maybe not Super Bowl favorite, but like they're up there, one of the top 3 teams between the Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens probably on the AFC side. And they also have the Bengals, who won the Super Bowl a couple of years back, who have a pretty good team. The Browns are kind of up and down here and there. It seems like every couple of years they have a good team, but before that they were just bad for a very long time. But this year they have Aaron Rodgers, so they should be pretty good. They looked pretty good last week. He threw 4 touchdowns with no interceptions. I don't usually watch a lot of football, but I don't know, the first couple of weeks of the year, because it's on and it's, you know, it hasn't been on for a long time, I'll usually watch. Like I didn't watch all the games yesterday, but I pretty much had football on all day. Like watching it here and there for, you know, 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there, like on and off throughout the entire day. But the Bills-Ravens game last night was really good. It's funny because one of the announcers said, with like 7 minutes left, that the Ravens were kind of out of it. Or no, the Bills, sorry. The Bills were kind of out of it. They were down 15 points, and that like fans were leaving and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. with this game, all you got to do is score a touchdown, stop them, and score another one. That's plenty of time. And they took it down to the wire, but they won it. They came back with there was 4 minutes 33 seconds, and they scored 15 points. So they managed to win 41-40. Pretty good game. Falling asleep over here. No worries. Give BG. Who's BG? Their quarterback. Favre was mentioning him years ago. Who's BG? Give BG their quarterback back. I'm sure it's like an abbreviation for a city. Oh, Green Bay. Okay. I was like, who's BG? I was trying to think of like where previous teams have moved from, like the Houston Oilers or something, like an older team. I'm like, huh. Tried for GB. Whoa. I was looking down at my keyboard for a second. They're just driving off the edge. Do I have that Rocky delivery? I do. Okay. I probably should have known that, Adam, because you said Favre, and I should have just flipped it around and would have been correct, but didn't even think about it. But yeah, usually I would say most of the time I just watch the local team, and that's pretty much it. Every once in a while, if there's a really good matchup, like last night, I'll watch like the Bills Ravens or something. But like I didn't watch a single minute of Thursday's game. Thursday was the first game of the year. I didn't really care to watch that one. Friday I did watch a little bit of it, but I was with playing with NachoCast and GTA, so I had it up on my second monitor, but wasn't watching it a ton because it was on YouTube actually on Friday. So I watched bits and pieces of that one. Oh wait, that's my turn. And then there was no games on Saturday, and then I kind of watched all of Sunday. So actually, this week I did almost the maximum, to be honest. If I would have watched all of Thursday's game, I would have watched pretty much all of them. Because I'll definitely watch all of tonight. But yeah, usually it's like 1 or 2 instead of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you can watch at least 5 every week. There's 1 on Thursday, 1 on Monday, and then there's 3 on Sunday, so you can watch 5. Sometimes there's 1 on Saturday as well. Sometimes there's double headers on Monday. Usually the first week of the year there's a double header, but not this year. I think because they did a Friday game instead. And the only player you know of is Jerome Bettis. His nickname is The Bus. He's a big dude. Welcome in, Deluxe. How are you doing today? What is going on with our truck? You guys see that? That was weird. Yeah, we got some burlak time. I think we got to take this to the sawmill, and if that is correct, we should be able to use up a bunch of fuel, and then we got to take the other one over to get some planks as well. At least I assume that's what we're getting. I don't know. Maybe I need the logs, but I'm gonna drive this one back to the sawmill for sure, and yeah, hopefully by then we can use up all the fuel in that trailer, at least close to it. I would like to use the repairs as well, but repairs are kind of more of a, you only need them every once in a while. A little bit more sporadic, I guess. Whereas the fuel, you need it all the time, everything you're doing. Just got done with a 5-hour stream. Very nice. How did it go? You're the second person to tell me that in the last, like, half an hour. 11 views, 0 new subs, but today's not over yet. I mean, I didn't stream until I had like, I don't know, maybe 3,000. I don't even know what I was at, but I would say at your size, I wouldn't really worry about new subs every day. Like, you're probably only gonna get them once every 3 days or something. Every once in a while you get like 2 or 3 in a day, but pretty rare. But at least you're putting in the work, putting in the time. Can't remember, the sun must be going down now, right? It's not coming up. I don't remember just driving through the night. Maybe I did. I thought Nathan would be streaming today. I saw his, wait, why is there an up arrow? Oh, the log frame. Huh. I saw his stream on Friday, and he said he might stream over the weekend or Monday. I think he said something like that. And since he didn't stream over the weekend, I was like, oh, maybe he'll do it on Monday. But, nope, must be busy. There's one way up there, too. I think I'm just going to try and skirt across here. I think this is a road that I didn't see earlier. Hey Ian, are you still here? I know Ian was like 98% through this region earlier. He might be able to help me out. Ooh, 52. That was close. Ian W, are you still in here? Wait, what? Still got 4 tasks left. Ian, I have a question. Where do you find wood planks? Let me see which ones I need. I think it's the bottom one, isn't it? For this, right here. I need 2 wood planks for the broken bridge. Where do I get 2 wood planks? There's one here. I don't see it on this map. This map I don't have very much explored, just like the gateway and one watchtower. You need to craft them at the sawmill? Oh, okay. So that's what I was thinking. So we're almost done with that one. I've delivered everything I need to the sawmill here. And then all I gotta do is deliver this trailer, which I'm trying to use the rest of it. So if that's all I gotta do, I just gotta drag the trailer up there and open it up. And that's what I thought, Stu, so that's what I was starting to do. I gotta see, which one of these was short? Long? Short. Why wouldn't it pop up over there? Weird. There's a log station in Solus Bay? Okay, I didn't... don't know if I've seen that, actually. I'm pretty sure I've explored the most of Solus Bay, and I haven't found that. One second. Yeah, this is the map that I have the most explored on. I haven't. It must be like in here, huh? In this big black spot. Or am I just blind? I don't see it though. Also, what vehicle do I have in the port? Oh, that's the LTI. I was gonna say I had the LTI somewhere. Yeah, it's got to be in that black, or up in this black spot. I guess the road does keep going over there. Okay. Miss Jess, welcome in. Sorry it took so long. Busy reading chat here. Yes, Ian says yes in the sawmill. Short logs 6-1. Medium logs equals medium planks, long logs, long planks. That's kind of what I thought. Central and the east part, okay. New logging trailer would help with the logging criticism, yeah. There's one of them right there. I don't know if I need that or if it's optional. If I need that, I'll have to come fish it out later, but yeah, if it's optional, then I'll just leave it there. Because we're trying to use the scout trucks. Oh, nice. They got some sunflowers by the house. That's cool. It reminds me of that one field in Harvest Corp. No. Heartlands. In Season 8 where they have all those flowers. This is not going to go over very well. Whatever, I guess we'll go back and go to the right. It's part of a task? Oh, dang it, so I do need to fish it out. Okay, well, good to know. Thanks, Ian. I did buy one to try it out. Not the hydraulic one yet. The hydraulic one's pretty sweet. The big one is just so heavy, Stu, it's hard to use. New logging, farming is nice. Yeah, task, scrap trailer I think it's called. I think I might have it actually then. Scrap trailer. Yep, you're right. I do have to fish it out. Selton River. Oh, was I on the wrong map? Well, Selton River must be mountains? Because there's two Selton Rivers. Yeah, I don't have very much of this one explored, so maybe that's why. I'm waiting to get that bridge fixed before I do too much up there, because I can just drive across the bridge then, but I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Chicken flavored ramen noodles for breakfast and lunch? What is wrong with you, boy? Unless you made a whole bunch of them and just had them left over and was like, I guess I'll eat them for lunch too. Ian says, hi mate, Stu. I said that kind of weird. Hi mate. And then to Stu. Yeah, it's all good. I'll have to figure it out. Like I said, I've explored the most on Solus Bay. This map we have a pretty decent amount of exploring done, but I haven't done the other map much just because I'm trying to get that stupid bridge built. And I can't find a way to get it done. Man, this is slow moving here, isn't it? Not much better with that on. For supper, ramen chicken flavor as well? Jeez. Sounds like you're on a college diet. I like the chicken flavored ramen noodles, but I don't think I'm gonna eat them for 3 meals a day. Actually, I probably could, like, if it's just like a random day, but not every day, or you know, not a lot. I could do it once in a while. I had myself some peanut butter Captain Crunch for breakfast today. I don't usually ever eat cereal, but peanut butter Captain Crunch. Leftovers from yesterday, that's fair. Aw, crap, I was supposed to turn again, wasn't I? Dang it. Man, these things suck to turn around. Mr. Blaine, 1 second. He said you can get short and medium. You need to do a contract to get the long. Huh, okay. I'm just trying to get that bridge going. That's all I'm focused on right now. Because once I get that bridge, I can drive across and get some fuel, and then once I get the fuel, I can start pulling that Chimera again. It's such a far trek that I just gotta have some more fuel. Ian says, I've been using the FEM with the rear crane. I don't think I knew the FEM had a rear crane. Oh, that's with the 3 slot, right? If you have the 3 slot, you can have the crane. 4 slot can't have it. You think the burlak would be good for saddle low? I don't think it's... I mean, I use this going up the hills in Alaska, and this thing is so front or back heavy with the crane on it, just as it is right now. It would flip over backwards going up the hills. I don't know if it would do very good with the saddle on it. It does look like it, you know, with that flat spot there, just throw a saddle and probably be good, but yeah, I don't know how it actually perform. Okay, let's see if contracts are coherent. If there are wooden planks on the bridge, is coherent. I don't know. If there aren't, why is this grandpa telling you to bring planks? Oh, it's to a different broken bridge, yeah. Ramen noodles and pizza rolls. Okay. Switching it up a little bit. I'm saying because of the height of the tires. Yeah, maybe. Like, it'd be cool if the weight was balanced right to have a saddle low on here, but it's definitely too back heavy. Maybe, because obviously you couldn't have the crane on there if you had a saddle, like that would interfere with it. So maybe without the crane it might be better, I'm not sure. There's a dismantled log cabin by the other cabins you were just by, next to the scrap trailer. Yeah. Thank you, Stu. That's the only one you found so far for shorts? Because we need... This will give us 3 short planks, I believe. And we need just 2 of them for that delivery there. I'm driving real slow. Yeah, I got it maxed out. This thing is just really slow. This is as fast as it goes. I have the trigger fully pulled down. It's just a slow truck. I mean, it's nice to have this height going through the mud here. You know, the tires are barely getting any mud, but yeah, it's really slow. Honestly, this might be the best truck I have for logs, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit. Because these legs here like to catch on stuff. And obviously this has bigger tires. I'm not sure how it stacks up against the other ones, because the saddle is obviously much lower than where the actual tires are. It's like the midpoint of the tires. But it at least seems like it's helpful. I think I gotta go straight. Yeah, I probably want to go straight. Yeah, I'll go straight. We'll go straight. That's fine. This reminds me like when I was way back at the start of the game and I'd just be super slow crawling through like super easy stuff now, but and I'd winch onto every single tree and just try and pull it, like, even if it speeds me up 1% faster, just hurry up. I'm going so slow. This season is basically 15 without snow. That's kind of what I was thinking, Blaine. 15, but easier and no snow. Because it has a ton of cargo deliveries, and it's, you know, pretty long distances across big areas or whatever. So yeah, kind of similar to 15, just not as hard and no snow. JJ, since I changed my name, I noticed I've been getting more viewers now. Well, that's good. I suppose it could help, yeah. Well, Mr. Blaine's liking the season so far, he said. I just noticed that one tree's like way taller than all the rest. Funny. Mr. Koski says, maybe I should change my name. Normally 3 or 4. Well, you have some people from here coming over there, don't you? Every once in a while? Just from chatting over here, some people will see you streaming, stop over and say hi. I want to get a tree to my right so I can turn sharper. I'm having troubles here. We're stuck with those rocks right there. There we go. Even a little tree. Nobody said hi today? Yeah, I didn't even know you were streaming today. Yeah, you must have started at about 1 o'clock, right? Or I guess 2 o'clock for you. Or wait. No, you said 12 o'clock, so yeah, 1 o'clock for you. I like my name, I've been using it for years, both game box and toolbox. I can see the lumber mill, that's our final destination, right over there. You started around 12 today? Yeah, this is just so slow. I don't know if the earth roamer would be any faster. Like I said, this is probably the best truck for logging, but I'm not sure where it comes out height-wise compared to the earth roamers or the F750, but it just feels like it's very slow doing this. Whoa. There we go. Alright, I think we're here. I don't know where we drop this off exactly, but probably somewhere around here. I just forgot there's a ton of fuel over here in this thing too. Oh, that's where we gotta bring the trailer. Okay, let's bring up... Wait, I didn't bring my trailer? Where'd I leave that at? Oh, that's right, right there. I forgot that that had happened. I'll probably have to go back and get that. Not right now, though, because we gotta go just down the road here and grab this maintenance trailer. We'll go open up the sawmill. At least I believe. I mean, we have a little bit of damage. I don't know if we have any damage in any other trucks, but yeah. I have year 5 on both Steam and Epic, Richard. Yes, I do. Alright, let's repair. Maintenance trailers from 7. I think we're good on all the rest. Yep. I'm going to check quickly the burlak. Was that damaged? No damage. Okay. So I could use about 150 more repairs out of here, which is a pretty big number to be honest. But I think we'll just turn it in. And actually I have 6 more spare tires. I could use 5 of them. No, 4. I'm not sure actually on the math, but 4 or 5. No, 5. We could use 5. Yeah, let's steal some fuel from there. Let's do... How much we got left? Okay, truck is full. We have 306 more liters to use. So we'll probably turn it in with a little bit extra and say who cares, but we used a good chunk of it. We will fill up the burlak when we get there. We'll drop the rest of the fuel into there. I don't know how much we use, like maybe 180 or something, but what did I say, 206? Actually, that'll put it pretty close. It'll be like 20 liters extra. So maybe by the time we get there... Actually, what is it at? I'm going to check now. Ooh, 197. No. Yeah, 197. 197 plus... I'm trying to figure out how much exactly I got to use. Because that would be 200 plus 200, that's 400, so I can use 100 liters to get there. Okay, so we're still fine. We should have around 100 liters extra, so by the time we get there, I don't know, maybe we'll use like 30 or 40. We should have about 60 extra liters. This season is very hard without using hard mode. Do you think so, Ian? I think Blaine pretty much got it. You know, it's kind of like season 15, just without snow and ice. You know, it's fairly difficult. It has really long trips. So yeah, I could see that. I think once I get this bridge up, it'll be because then we'll be able to refuel the other Ford. Actually, maybe I'll just take this one, because this one's got more fuel in the truck bed. Either way, we can go get the other one and hopefully get the Chimera, and then we can start working on like fixing the railroad, I think, and then probably also fixing the dam. I know the dam's like 5 things or so to do, and then after that we're probably good. I'm sure there's a couple of random blockages here and there, but yeah. Year 5 is 38 Australian dollars. Yeah, I want to say it's 23 or 24 USD. Oh, no, 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 no. Our trailer wanted to go and take us with it. Bye, Mr. Koski. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you in the next one. I will be done fairly shortly here as well. Oh, it's not working. Because usually I end at 5 or 5:30. It's 5:31 right now. I'm assuming I'm going to be going to eat here any minute. I haven't heard one way or the other, but it's just usually the case. No, 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 not too much. Oh. Dang it. I tried to do it right on that hill so I could flip it over, but it flipped too much. Flipped back the other way. Ah. I don't even want to go down. I was just trying to flip it. Turn hard right. Nice. No, 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 no. There we go. Jeez, this thing likes to flip. Alright. So yeah, it looks like we used about 30. By the time we get there, probably another 35 or so. Close to 40, I guess. So I think we have about 60 liters or so extra. Actually, I gotta be careful where I bring this, because that might complete the mission. What is it called? Okay, it's in the back corner, back left corner. Okay, let's refuel. So, where is it? Oh, it's in the bottom. I hate when I do that. Okay, we got 105 extra. I think that's everything, right? Yep, all the trucks are full. So actually we have 74 liters extra now. Oh wait, you know what I bet you I could do this. I could probably try and drop all the extra fuel into that other large fuel tank over here. It would take a little bit of moving fuel back and forth, but I could probably get there, or close to it. Save myself like 30 liters or so. I'm going to pull the burlak up here in just a second. We'll see how much extra we still have. Oops. Let's grab this. I'm going to detach this trailer. Man, that would suck if that trailer flipped over. Okay, so how much fuel do we gotta get rid of? 74 liters. So let's first fill up this. Oops. Well, actually, I can just do that back, right? From my truck. There we go. Okay, so we're 3 liters short. From here to here. So now we gotta get rid of 71 liters. And let's do from here, right from... Oh, here we go. Actually, let's do this. We'll drop all 139 liters into this trailer. And then now when I take it from here, there we go. I should be able to fill up in 35 liter increments, meaning we have 1 singular liter extra, which we can then drop into the burlak, which needs 1 liter. Perfect. Look at that. Now I can turn it in. We used all the fuel out of there anyways. Wait, what? At least 200 liters, are you dumb? It says it's got 200. That's lame. Alright. Now I gotta go back and do more maths. I had it perfect. Stupid game. Rounding error. Alright. Actually here I could do... I only got 30 liters space though. I don't have enough space. Oh wait, no, let's do... Okay, let me drop all of this into here. Yeah, I don't have enough space. I need to get rid of 37 more liters in order to make enough space. Well, let me try. I guess we'll try this. We'll drop from the 100 into this trailer. And that dropped a full 100. And then now let's take out... Where is it? 100. Oops, not that one. Well, whatever. There's 75. And then we'll do 15. Oh wait, that's from the burlak. Crap. Trying to think. That'd be 35, 15. 15 would be too much. We'll do the 10. So we're leaving it with how many extra now? 15 liters extra. There. Whatever. And it didn't work out quite as I wanted because the system is lame sometimes, but we'll steal back 2 more liters and call it good. 13 extra because of that. Okay, so that should have opened up the sawmill. That's annoying when it gets down to 200 and it's exactly where it should be, and then it's like, nope. Sorry. Okay, so this only crafts short ones? Oh wait, now we're good. Let's go back and attach this quick. I'm going to take a picture here quick. I don't think I took any this entire stream. Might be next, the next thumbnail. Probably will be, to be honest. So I usually don't go back and oops. And do them. So, okay, we need medium or wood planks for, well, let's start that one and that one. It's called The Way is Clear. We need 2 wood planks. So wood planks we can craft. We have 1 at a different location. But yeah, we need 2. So I think we'll just craft 2 here. Oh wait, each of those crafts 2? I didn't notice that. Each log crafts 2 planks. So we have 4 now. Okay. Well, that is going to be where we end it today, guys. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to try and find somebody else who's playing some SnowRunner and send you guys over there, if anybody is. Let me refresh this quick. I don't think probably anybody is, but I know Het's doing some expeditions. So, worst case scenario, we send you over there. Let's see. Actually, we'll send you over to Brady. Brady usually streams a lot later in the day. I think it's the first time I've ever been able to raid Brady. But he's doing some farming simulators, so if you guys are into that, check out Brady's channel. But yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Tell Brady I said hi.